แซกบอกช่วยกูด้วยแม่งมาอีกแล้ว3 หลามผา3เพื่อน3ดับเบิลพิกโอ้9ว่ะเย็ดเค มาแล้วโฟกัสหน่อยโฟกัสหน่อยเฮ้ย
Just the once and backs away.
Yeah, but he's the only person over there. Instead, the rest of this is coming into Marco.
Yeah,
who sat with it.
ไปแล้ว
Has to give the sight. By the way, Devi's got a sheriff.
หลอม
So why not?
วิโอ้ย
Fast plays around.
ปืนมึงไม่เอื้อนะปืนมึงไม่เอื้อกูบอกก่อนอย่ามั่วนะ
When he's rotating back, the plant's already down. What's the close plant position? Looks like
เฮียกล้าปล่อยหมากูยังคม
Gonna be 5 players stacked up towards main.
ป้อง
And they're trying to fight for control of this one. Nobody is left onto the site. Look at one pull.
ดี
That
ผม
stun is quite nice.
มีโพสแพนมีทุกอย่าง
No one from PRX on the site.
Yeah, no one from PRX at all on the site. They do only have the one pull. They have
ส
to
วย
do this. RB is gone down. Buzzed
โชว์หน่อยกล้าโชว์หน่อย
His crowd has to spray them down. He does claim the one.
ไม่ได้ยิงเลยแม่เย็ด ศูนย์คิวเฮียคนอื่นทั้งนั้น
Absolute chaos.
Wonderful, absolutely brilliant. I mean, PRX are always going to have moves like this. They love dynamic.
เล่นตามแผนไม่อยากคือเวทีแรกจริงครับแต่ไม่อยากพิสูจน์ตัวเองครับ
One in elbow, one on ram, that kind of thing. Creating crossfires. They like to move around in post-plant situations and put pressure on the retakers. It's one of their
เอาแล้วมีชนหมัดชนมือ
a lot of other teams in the
เฮีย
world
มียิ้มแย้ม
DRX
ไม่มีสั่นบอกเลยระดับนี้ประสบการณ์เหลือ
picks up 3.
บอกให้แฟนคลับไปเล่นกับมะเขือ
Something was doing so much for this team.
เอาดี
Bit of an aggressive play on the eco round here for the DRX as they try and clear through, but they have just been turned into mincemeat, haven't they? But yeah, all expectations, just to finish the point that I started, really should be that DRX are taking this series, but a strong start for DRX. 10 days of practice, Josh. You asked Alex earlier.
เชียร์เล่นโคตรดีเลยว่ะ
Yep, and
นี่ขนาดไม่มีซัมติงนะเฮียง่ายๆจัดอะ DRX อะ
Now CGRS is coming in here to play initiator. You heard from the desk earlier a little bit of a breakdown of this player, and he is mostly a Gecko main, but he has been known to play some of the other initiators, and obviously picking up the Sky here as Forsaken moves over to fill in something's role. Forsaken 2 is going to be probably the most important player, in my opinion,
ก็เห่อ
because he's
ใครจะทำไมอะ
something
ก็กูเห่อ
that he
ไอ้
started
เหี้ย
to struggle with
กู
towards
เชียร์
the end.
DRX เว้ย
And he's
แต่กู
talked
ใส่
about
เสื้อ
how
ซิกาเลตได้ไหม
sometimes when he
ไม่
picks
ได้
up
นะ
Duelist,
ก็ต้อง
his
เชียร์
brain turns off.
เปเปอร์เล็ก
He
ก็
said
ถู
he
กแล้ว
plays brain dead when
มัน
he
ก็ต้อง
plays
ใส่เต็ม
Duelist.
ไปเลย
And he's actually quite liked playing the flex role
ไม่สน
because
หรอก
it forces him to
ว่ามันจะแพ้จะช
think
นะ
like normal.
เรา
And
ใส่
he
ตัวนี้
plays
เราก็
better
ใส่
like
เต็ม
that.
ไปเลย
It's part of the reason why he was taking up the mantle as well of being almost,
แล้วดูจะโอ้โหกระโดดตั้ม
evenly spread as a
ยี่
satchel.
เกือบแล้วรู้เขารู้เซตอัพ
Combined
เฮ้ย
together, and yeah,
เร็วจังอะ
Stars have to be activated. Buzz
นั่น
seeks to again
โอ้ยดิฟ
that boom
แม่งอยู่โตเกียวไอ้สัตว์
around the corner.
ได้บัฟดิฟมา
Sailing this way, that way.
He's in the right city for it, that boombot.
แม่งดิฟ
Absolutely. The snake bites at the feet though will slow this one down. PRX
ใส่เสื้อกลับด้านใช่เดี๋ยวเขาไม่รู้ว่าพี่ใส่เสื้อกล้า
This would be a nice round for one of the PRX players to have started over at A and get a lurk off. You see, RB and Stacks considering it because the rotate was extremely fast from DRX. Divide. I mean, he's heading
บนนั้น
in
ลาว
that
ครับ
direction,
ไอ้
but
ก้า
he's
น้อง
gonna take a long time
ยิงหน่อย
to
ยิง
put
หน่อย
any pressure over on the
ถือว่าพี่ขอ
about 50 seconds.
นิดนึง
CGRS sends in
ถือว่าพี่ขอหายิงหน่อย
a flash, which means he doesn't have one now for another 30 seconds, I think. That was the timer. That takes away a big tool and doesn't really tell him too much. But it looks like Devi's going to be the player that's supposed to open this site up for them.
ตอนเชียร์ทีเลิฟไม่ขนาดนี้นะไม่มีเสื้อชื่อทีเลิฟครับ
What it seems at least, PRX make noise towards B, sending the flash of a spam there. Mindfreak was trying to drag over the rotations, which is quite successful.
ถ้ามีก็น่าจะต้อง
It's very dangerous crossing
อยู่แถว
RB.
ห้องน้ำเฮ้ยดูการพีค
And back up.
เอาแล้ว
And that's going to make it hard for Mindfreak to cross with the
ส
spike.
วย
Yeah, that's a really
แฟ
great
ดดี
decision. Recrossing
โอ้ย
remaining. The spike is dropped
ขี้
down. It's an unwinnable situation for Devi.
ขี้
Keep the rifle going. You've just got to save it. So a successful bonus round for DRX. The aggression at the beginning towards B main doesn't quite pay off. They couldn't grab the openings like they were hoping for.
อ๋อปืนกากนะปืนกากนะปืนกาก
And PRX will throw in these kind
โอ้
of
ย
ideas.
โดน RB ไป
Don't know whether they're going to explode instantly or whether it's just a play for B main control.
อุ้ยไอ้เหี้ยมันเล่น
I feel like
เมื่อกี้
most teams in the
อุ้ยมันเล่น
tournament
นีออนด่านนี้เหรอ
run a lot of slow rounds
ปกติ
and
มัน
then
เล่นไหม
they'll use that to occasionally throw in a fast one.
ไม่ใช่นี่
It is the
อันนี้คอมใหม่เป้า
Opposite with PRX.
They will throw fast round after
เหี้ย
fast round
ของ
and then
ปล่อย
throw
ของ
in a
เหรอ
slow one and suddenly you're like, wait, where'd they
ปล่อย
go?
ของเลยเหรอ
Where'd they go?
The crazy thing about PRX is I thought they were going to trend away from this playstyle.
เอาแล้ว
80% of the time after after
ดู
COVID.
หน่อยบูม
Yeah.
เอ้า
They
มีอะไร
lost
อี
in
ก
the
อะ
finals.
They
But,
lent into it.
เปิดไว้ก่อนแล้วกัน
they
เดี๋ยวค่อย
lent
ดู
into more. They just went further in. The all-in aggressive playstyle.
And picked up one of the most cracked prospects you could possibly find. Gutting that he hasn't been able to make it here for
Need to prove it in that place, and Hachi. It's definitely not going to be an easy one, but let's take things one step at a time. PRX.
So this one is slow. This one's slower.
Yeah, really just pace down,
What
a
do
bit of
you
a crawl. I'll be playing that common heaven position as well. Normally you see, Jet and Sky players, they will play here with the double duelist comps. But we were
อุ๊ย
talking about
อุ๊ย
this
อุ๊ย
before when
ได้ยินเสียงหมดแล้วอย่างนี้
idea behind it. The stuns are quite good at delaying.
ยังไงก็ A5 วากิว
Taking a significant amount of space towards ramp.
Yeah, and they're stacking a heaven here because Buzz is on the monster lurk.
Oh yeah, he's got the timing.
ช้า
as
มาก
soon as-
เฮ้ยเร็วๆหน่อย
He's gonna be able to
โอ้
surely
ย
get a
เกือบ
kill.
ตายสัต
All
ว์
about the timings though. They're already exploding out into the side stacks.
เรียบร้อย
The anchoring.
อุ้ยมีดเลยไง
Buzz just trying to get a knife.
อ้าววิ่งมาตั้งนานลื่น
Enough noise cues were made, but it is cleaned up.
ไม่ยอมยิง
Mako just again makes himself known onto the side, swinging out from heaven.
Buzz makes the play though that wins the round in my opinion, even though he doesn't find a kill off
แต่
the
มัน
back.
ได้ข่าวหมด
The
แล้วครับ
info
มัน
play
ได้ข่าวหม
with
ด
him
แล้ว
and
ครับ
Mako doing that
ก็คือ
mid-round deep push down mid.
สบายไป
They get all of the information in the world. Stacks
พี่
ready
กา
to collect
สู้
this. In
ๆพี่
form
กา
of-
เอาไป2นะพี่กา
I mean, DRX knew what was
พี่
happening.
กาจัดให้2นะ
That's going to be part of this match. Is that
อุ้ยมันเขี้ยว
you've already won the
Man
round,
kill,
man.
man
You don't have to be
kill.
mad about it.
มันเขี้ยวจัด
There's so much history between these two teams. So much. They've played 9 maps. This will be the 10th this year.
Yeah.
อร่อยเว้ยกล้า อุ้ย อุ้ย โอ้โหแฟดดีจัด จริงบอก thank you พี่กา ทีหลังไม่ต้อง อุ้ย อุ้ย มาแล้ว1 คิว
Rocket online fires it into the smoke.
มาแล้ว
Fire, but the rest of his team now starting to converge on the position. Okay. Yeah, Mindfreak spotted out there with just
เฮ้ยมันใช่ป่าววะ
spot divide. Maybe he can get a bit of space here
อุ้ย
towards
เจ็บ
tap through the wall.
Nice ideas. I think he's giving Buzz a haircut. But the spike is down in no man's land.
โอ้โหดาวาย
Say no man's land. It's actually DRX's
เหี้ย
land.
อะไรวะน่ะ
It's very deep in enemy territory.
RB ยิงช้าแล้วนะ
And it's
Now
Buzz
I
that's
ยิง
won
ว่าว
this round, assuming Mindfreak isn't going to be able to commit some kind of
RB
heist
เหมือน
here.
นะเมื่อกี้
Somehow
แต่ก็นั่น
get
แหละ
away with the spike. Oh my god, the timing there is just so brutal. RB threw down the fast line and then
So
just
brutal.
looked the opposite way.
It offered him the one.
เฮ้ย
Mindfreak
เฮ้ย
got
ชนะได้นะ
full health. A single bullet
โอ้
will really
ไม่
bring
ละ
him down. It's
เฮ้ย
doubled up
2
payload
รู้ครับ
setup. He actually spots both of them.
โอ้
Hoping
ดีว่ะ
for it, but no. Straight through the wall to the cranium. That's Buzz.
อียา
Again, being the difference maker. When these fast B hits come in, there's just so much utility that can be used to try and slow them down. Buzz, of course,
อุ้ย
got a nade
ได้ไงอ่ะ
at the beginning there. That's just a raw gunfight.
โอ้ยจริงยิงพลาด
place,
ไอ้
but
จริงเทรด
they
ไม่
also
ได้
have the volleys as well that aren't really being baited out. I'd like to see PRX, I think, explore towards mid a little bit and try and drag out some util before they go into the big fast hits.
Got to remember that
Dang.
PRX are working on a very low amount of practice here with this version of the roster. The way that Forsaken and Jing take fights a lot of the time is heavily influenced by an aggressive Sky player. Some maps that's going to be Forsaken, some maps that's going to be Defy, but CGRS just doesn't have that level of practice with the team.
เดลต้า
We'll
ยัง
talk
สู้
about it with DRX in
สู้
all
อ
of
ยู่
their
ครับ
previous
ของ
games,
หนุ่ม
how
ยโส
difficult it is for them when they chop and change
เวลตา
the
หนุ่ม
scrim
ยโส
times and the match times with Foxy9 and with Zest. Well, it's even more difficult, I think, with PRX because they don't have a large history of playing with CGRS in the roster to lean back on. He just has to kind of find his moments to slip on in.
Not like you can use the old server time, the old preparation. It's really just building it from the ground up. I mean, you can plug and play like kind of what they're doing with CGRS playing that initiator role, but it's taken Forsaken off of that kind of like the third player in role almost when he was playing the Harbor for them in a lot of compositions. I mean, we'll have to see later on if they do stick with it. But yeah, it's kind of like, you know, to put him back, thrusting him into the limelight with the duelist role. And, you know, as we've said before, Forsaken said he sometimes turns his brain off when he's playing Jet, when he's playing as
ถ้าแพ้แฟนคลับไปเล็กต่างชาติมานัวแน่อุ้ยไม่หรอกเฮียจะหวังอะไรวะมันก็ไม่ใช่ตัวจริงเอาอะไรเยอะแยะวะไม่เย็ด
Trailblazer really standard. And this is where RB's Neon looks great, because those stuns, I mean, he can get away quickly, sure, but he could also stun to refight in that situation, which Jet can't particularly.
Yeah, repositions back towards Heaven. Further back as well. First snake bite going to be used, the dash backwards from Forsaken. Trying to play for his life here. Jing is quite pushed up. RB seems to be quite aware of the possibility. Another stun.
ไม่โดนหรอกไม่โดนหรอก
All the players grouped up here, and again it's this deep.
ใครมันจะไปหนัวถ้าแพ้
Look at all that space he's just getting there.
มันเป็นแบบว่า
He's going to be calling the entire
มันต้องเข้าใจอยู่แล้วอะ
no one around this
โถ
map. Most likely still sticking around there.
ซ้อมก็นิดหน่อย
Fly back and forth. Taking a bit of space into Heaven. What is the pathing going to be here? You just never know with PRX.
แต่ยิงหน่อยได้ไหมก้าถือว่าพี่ขอ
With the snake bite. Buzz, crossfire setup. Inside the smoke in his face. The nade there. They're trying to chase him all the way down. Satchels to avoid and adjust.
สวย
Swarmed, isn't he? Mako goes for a bit of re-exploration.
เอาแล้ว
He was holding that down and he's still.
แผนเฮียอะไรวะเนี่ยอุ้ยแล้วมันเกี่ยวหัว อุ้ยเอามั่วทิปตี้
It's all over the place, man. Zesto with the rifle. 2 necessary kills, but the site has been gained up.
อุ้ยแล้วรู้ตำแหน่ง2ตัวเอ้า
They're going to be able to get this.
หูร้อน
Look at this guy. Like a fox in the pen.
ไมฟิกแม่งโคตรเดือดเลยว่ะชิไมฟิกแม่งเดือดจริง
The positioning there of all of these players. Zest on his push through B main makes a very sensible, nice read. PRX, chaos, anarchy. Let's try and really mess with their protocols. Push into spawn, prompts this play. Buzz gets caught even though he was trying to be as aware as possible. Their mind freaks up in A Heaven. Freaking their minds.
They really just could not remove him.
That's an amazing thrifty to get PRX back into this one.
PRX
Already the series just
PRX
I mean, it's fun. It's fun, man. Always a pleasure to cast a PRX here. Here we go. There's the exploration in mid. So I was talking about this a little bit earlier. They force out the nade.
เฮ้ยกล้าหมา
Do have to use
ห
their
มา
trailblazer
สวยตลอดนะ
they don't take
เจอ
any
เจอ
space.
ข่าวตลอด
Finding a way here.
เอาหน่อยเอาเป็นหนึ่งเรื่องให้ชมหน่อย
Whether it's B main or A main, they're constantly prodding and looking
เฮียแล้วเป็นตัวถือระเบิดไปเลย
can push.
ไอ้เฮีย
I feel like Zest
ไม่ต้องทำอะไรมากครับถือระเบิดอย่างเดียว
Is he just going to tuck in this corner?
แล้วรอนจะเจอกับเซตยังไง
So maybe the action will happen.
เจอกันหน่อยไหม ใครจะแดกใครนี่กว่ากัน
Might choose to take adjustment. RB, well, fight jumping up in the air, firing off the molly. It was an easy target. Inside the smoke though, Forsaken is leading the charge.
วางหน่อยกล้าวางหน่อยวางหน่อย
Up that space already.
ทำงานหน่อยสวยกล้าวางคมจัดเฮีย
Lost for them right now.
เนียบ
Spike planted safe behind the position.
อันติไปอีก
Seekers now letting that one loose.
บ้า
Gives them a bit of notice in terms of where some of these players might be.
Mindfreak only had 1 star and he used it to smoke Heaven, so he doesn't have a
แล้วดู
pull-up
Mindfreak
plan
เดิน
right
ดิ
now.
เฮ้ยร้อน
Silent drops down, makes a bit of noise here.
ร้อนมึงเอาตลอดเลยนะ
Into the site. Now you start to see it. DRX moving forward.
เทหน่อยกล้าเทหน่อย
Forsaken still holding it. He's got the dash back and enabled.
ทำไมกล้ามันไม่ได้ยิงเลย
Trades are online for them and it's left just down to
เอ
Mako.
มันก็อยู่ตรงเนี้ยทำไมไม่มีสักคิว
Beautifully for the aim duel.
ไอ้เหี้ยไม่ได้ยิงเลยกล้าบอก
PRX are really finding their openings around the map here. Jing 10 and 4 right now. It feels currently like a battle between the
ไม่
Raid
ทันได้
players
ยิง
in terms of who gets more impact in the round. Jing's been good for it.
1 enemy remaining.
DRX are trying to play aggressive up at the extremities because that's really good if PRX stack one side of the
ช
map.
อบ
As
ยิ
they're
ง
prone
ชอบ
to
ใจ
do. But actually, what that also means is that sometimes stacks and RB aren't in the greatest position
เจ
to
สัน
hard
มึง
anchor
หน้า
the
ตา
site,
ดีขึ้นทุกวีทุกวันมึงทำอะไรมาวะ
and they just kind of
เอ็ดแม่
get bullied away and
หน้านิสัย
access
กิ๊ก
is given. Another timeout being used, this time on the side of DRX here. So both teams have used 1 at this point.
I do wonder how this will change now with the
Mi
timeout.
ความรักเหรอ
because Now, like I said, I wanted to see PRX, explore a little bit into mid, pull the util out, and then re-explore another area of the map afterwards. It worked out in that round.
DRX have got a tough decision here on whether to force up.
กินมิสเตอร์นูเดิล
RB has his ultimate, but other than that, the economy's
เดี๋ยว
a
ไป
bit stretched.
ต้องไปสั่งกับแม่ทีสักหลังนะแม่เฮีย
to discuss some kind of tactic that's going to allow RB to use his ult at the beginning of the round and push aggressively. There, take a look at the money on the left. We'll see whether they invest into this or go for a half buy. Yeah, it looks like a
half armor. Everybody can buy for next.
Well, yeah, and it is a half buy. They've got 2 stingers and a judge here, so they haven't gone. They could have bought, I believe, 4 rifles and then just had RB use his ultimate, but maybe they don't have fast plays like that
No
in their
WRP
playbook.
ผมซับสไครต์ใหม่ด้วยครับ
As we've been mentioning, DRX with this roster, it's been chopped and changed, and the amount of preparation and practice you can.
หน้าแก่ขึ้นทุกวันทำอะไรมาพี่ถามพ่อมึงดิครับ
So fast up and that crosshair placement. Forsaken. It's on point with it. Dashing forwards though, judging the hand of Percy.
สวยก้าสวยเอาตัวบังให้เพื่อน
And he shreds them with the power.
ไม่เป็นไร
Claims 2 kills for his team.
ถ้าไม่มีก้าจะหาย3
Around the back as well, the tight squeeze with all the remaining players as DRX attempt to flood in.
ทีเด็ด
It's shut down.
เอาตัวบังให้เพื่อนครับเมื่อกี้
Towards the end. Feels like Forsaken's waking up in his entry role too. He started this map
แย่หนุ่มยโสมันใจกว้างอะดิ
Since then, he's gone 4 and 1. So exactly opposite level of
โอ้โห
performance.
คมจังอะเร็วมากครับ
Round where Buzz has
เสียสังพ่อมึง
outsized impact, but DRX still not able to close it out. But we're going to head into a rifle round after this. Remember, that was just a half buy for DRX, despite the fact that they had some dangerous weaponry on board. And this is now 3 in the round that they need to find an answer.
Flash misses, I think, actually. I went towards the left and said...
Flash miss I think นักพากย์บอก Yes sir ตอบไปเลย โอ้ยได้1โอ้ได้2โอ้
Getting away with that, man. Get out of here. It's an easy one. 3 kills in the round.
That's unholy.
What is he doing? Running and gunning with the man.
เอาก้า
Well, that's that.
มึงตายได้ไงก่อน
You got no chance.
เพื่อนยิงกันคมคาม
We'll see if 6.11 fixes it.
เพื่อนเอาไป2ไอ้ก้าตาย
As well, he does have an idea that there's somebody there. It's a good read too to realize that people are playing that close by. But yeah, when the bullets are going perfectly like that, it's PRX's day, I guess. And I do
น่าจะโดนจังหวะนัวฮะล้ม
I really do because they're in this kind of situation. And a lot of people are looking at it.
อ๋อเห็นปืน
a little gun barrel that pokes through there too.
กันบาร์เร
So a
ล
lot of people are looking at DRX thinking, well,
ก็บอกปืนฮะ
they've got
ตาย
a
บอก
great
ปืน
setup here. They get to play against PRX with one of their best players, if not their best player, missing. This should be a nice path through to have a banger match against Fnatic. But actually, I think all of the pressure is on them here. If they win, it doesn't really prove anything. It's not a full strength versus full strength matchup. It's great for them to be able to advance through the bracket, but it doesn't really feel as sweet, I would imagine, the revenge.
พอแล้วนะ
Also, if they lose, it's a disaster. It's a very tough position. It's kind of
เฮียแม่งยำ DRX เป็นขี้ นี่ขนาดเลือกมาบุกไป6เฮียเหลือวะ
Comes to the caliber and quality of these teams, just a lower bracket. I mean, you've got Loud weighing down there, man. I mean, it's crazy. So another half buy for DRX. Do still have the danger. They kept the 2 rifles going. That does connect right around the sides.
ไม่มีใครไปฆ่าครับ
Still maintains.
ไม่อยากรีบชาร์จ
try and refight this. That's the ult.
ใจเย็น
Ripped out in the hands.
สวยจริง
Gonna try and open it up with a bit of galvanizing. Still, it's Forsaken on the high ground position. A flash play. Poke at his feet. It's
เฮ้ยกล้ายิงนานไปน้องอู้
It's just silly.
I mean, that's amazing stuff. I really respect the discipline there from PRX too. They had an opportunity to dive into the site and try and punish Stacks, who got tagged by the Trailblazer, and instead they knew that there was a reactive play happening over towards A-Round, and they paused for a moment and made sure they fully dealt with it.
ใครจะคิดว่ามันชนะ
Just feeling like he has to make a play. Only so many rounds left in the half with that rifle as well. He will fall.
And so far, PRX are winning almost all of their rounds by just battering A. It's just A ramp pressure, A main pressure, and DRX can't figure out a way to hold on. I thought that Neon here would be extremely useful to land some deep stuns in and be able to just take fights. And instead they can't find the right timings to
นี่ไม่มีนะไม่มีนะเมื่อกี้ถ้ามีรีเพย์ต่อได้เห็นอะไรคมๆแน่บอกเลยรีเพย์ตัดก่อนควักยันคลาสสิก นี่ไม่ใช่ราวท้ายนะแต่ก็ซื้อสไนป์เพราะว่าราวต่อไปก็มีตังค์ซื้อปืนอยู่ดีรวยเอาง่ายๆกูรวย
Making noise and almost every area of the map. It's only Devi who's really playing quite slowly, trying to creep up towards A.
จริงล่อไป14
Took a timing there actually. Devi's going to be calling that the Trailblazer was
just
this flash. He doesn't. Okay. Could be problematic.
สแต็กบอกช่วยกูด้วยแม่งมาอีกแล้ว3เพื่อน3
Pretty much the entirety of the util
มา
being
แล้ว
used by Stacks. Do they still want to go
น้
on
อง
with
ก้า
this? Seeks the reposition as well, closer, trying to anchor onto the side knives. Out now with the dog, satchels forwards.
Ui!
Over the top, the right click with the regen, still damage is done. And it is
อะไรวะ
Forsaken's there.
ไอ้เหี้ยพวกนี้แม่ง
Right back
สุด
at
ว่ะ
it, But 3-4 Forsaken on for the ace. What more can he do? There's the trade. Where's the fifth? He wants it. He can feel it. Down.
เอาก้า
3 to pit. Drop down, doesn't know what a crossfire position is.
กล้าไปอีกแล้วเหรอ
Fight here's just Devi. 1 versus 1. Devi low
ไม่เคย
on
อยู่
4 HP. A bit of spam will do it. Says
ไม่ว่าจะอยู่หลังขนาดไหนก้าก็ตาย
to come alive.
ตัวแรกไม่ตาย
Denying the ace and potentially grabbing the round. Just needs a bit.
เฮ้ยอะไร
Shot. With the phantom, the spam. 20 bullets left inside. Time running so damn short now with the decay kicking in Devi. Blessed by Lady Luck, hasn't he?
อีแย่เฮียหนวกหูไว้แต่ยิงอยู่นั่นแหละ
Any one of those bullets could have landed, and it would have been an absolutely miraculous round from Zest. But
if you want proof that God is a PRX fan, contrast that round to where Jing got 2 up in A heaven by spamming through the Viper wall. Some days it just ain't working for you. And Zest, I think he played that as well as he really could, spamming reasonable.
ไม่เป็นไรเว้ย
couldn't quite catch Devi.
ไม่เป็นไรเว้ยก้าทุกคนรู้ทุกคนเห็นผลงานมันมีกันอยู่น้อง แล้วนกมาจังหวะนี้ปัง
actually used to push this back, but there was a flash.
บอดคู่ไม่เป็นไรบอดคู่
Towards main, both the stuns actually being used now. Again,
แล้วตำแหน่งประจ
around position here. Jing eager to take a fight. It's RB who swings into him actually.
ำโอ้โห
Rips out the gun in time.
ไอ้เหี้ย2 คนนี้แล้วหมาโอ้โหเจอข่าว
Close position where he's anchoring, not winning the end duel, not against Forsaken. This guy is popping off right now.
ปรบมือให้ก้าหน่อยครับปรบมือให้ก้าหน่อยครับเจอข่าวครับเจอข่าว
Has absolutely flipped expectations for this team without something
เทพสงครามครับ เจกับทิปเปิลเจฮะ เจแล้วก็เจสันโหเป็นด่านที่ต่อไปบายนี่ก็ชิลเลยนะเก็กโค
Yeah, maybe getting a read on the minimap there just from the tail end of it. And Flash also confirming the suspicions. They got the
สับ
noise
สน
too,
วุ่น
so
วาย
there
จะไป
is
ไหน
one player
บี
there.
ละกัน
We know, of course, it's a
ยึก
heavy
ยึก
group
ยัก
of
อยู่
eight
นาน
for
เอาล่ะทีมบีแล้วเจอซิกเกเลตด้วย
what was the 4-1 split, now looking like a 3-2.
ซิกเกเลตลอน
very deep in A main, which means PRX
Lon.
are allowed to put 3 on B.
ซิกเกเลต
Stun, rebounds towards the side as a glide.
Sigurdเอาไปดึง
Used in response here, a lot of damage done. RB's going to be low. Made of their own, Buzz. Yeah, but no one's actually really popping out of the smoke. They're waiting for Mako and Zest to get in position. It's really disjointed here. Jing being shot from behind. No one was covering his back. The slow play, well, it works out with 12 seconds
ไอ้
remaining.
เชี่ยแม่งใจเย็นอย่างวะเข้ามาในไซส์มันยังไม่เล่นอ่ะมันรอเฮเว่นเดินค
Good
รับ
job, DRX. They cut noise adequately enough, whether intentional or not. Really, I mean, I think it was just because they were forced to wait for the Heaven players.
But the timing worked out.
Yeah.
And again, patience being beneficial for both of these teams. Forsaken was the player that was putting pressure over in A. He's forced to try and win a 1v5 here, which I think is going to just be a little past him.
Well, spotted out where the potential reswing was, but yeah, 30 health.
Extraordinarily difficult situation, and a very good start here for DRX in this half. They obviously needed the pistol.
กล้าเบรกอีกแล้ว อะไรวะไหนดูดิ
right with this being, you know, attack
กล้าอยู่
side on
Z11
split.
เป็นตัวแบกอยู่เปเปอร์เล็กโดนแบกไม่อยากนึกภาพผู้เล่นเซนเวตต้องกากแค่ไหนกล้าอยู่ได้ตัวแบกเปเปอร์เล็กโดนแบกไม่อยากจะนึกภาพผู้เล่นเซนเวตต้องกากแค่ไหน
But of course, the theme of this match does seem to be history doesn't really
มันอาจจะเป็นแฟนคลับกล้าละมั้ง
what happens today.
And expectations
มันคงแบบ
toss them out the window because
เห็นกล้าเหนื่อยที่ต้องมาเล่นในแซซิเบต
I mean everything was against PRX.
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร
Still plenty more of the map though to go potentially.
ไม่เป็นไรครับไม่เป็นไร
Absolutely. See if DRX can turn the tide. I mean they get that pistol round like you said.
ไม่เป็นไรไอ้เหี้ยอะไรสักกับพ่อมึงดิครับโง่
Taxed quite a lot on defense, I think. On the attack side, as we see DRX going into B, on the attack side, CGRS is just going to be feeding, utility for his duelists and can rely on Forsaken and Jing calling that. I think mostly Forsaken calling that out. But on defense, CGRS is going to be asked to do a bit more on his own, especially if Forsaken dies early in a round.
เหี้ยแม่งมาใส่กูเฉย
hard anchor
เฮ้ยใส่ใครก็ใส่ได้แต่อย่าใส่พี่เอ๋ยเหี้ย
Info utility, definitely something to keep track of.
เอ๋ยลูก2นะบอกให้
Themselves in the satchel with a shorty up close, but
หมด
everybody's getting
มาแล้วตัวแบกสวยกล้าเฮ้ยมาแล้ว
Interesting that
เฮ้ยเอาอีก
PRX
เอาอีกเอาอีก
go for
โอ้ยอย่าตลกกับยัดโสเฮ้ยบ้าบ้าไปกล้ามันไกลไปน้อง
whatever you can get.
ไปหยิบอะไรมา
They didn't opt to wait and spawn, go down to the spike,
มันไปหยิบอะไรมา
send it all flying, hoping that maybe they could make it a bit winnable, but
PRX have never lacked ambition.
บ้องข้าวหลาม
they certainly haven't.
They will go for them.
นึกถึงบรรยากาศเก่าๆเหรออยู่ๆก็หิวข้าวหลาม
DRX
ไปหยิบมาซะหน่อย
convert some kind of bonus. This is where you would usually see
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร
DRX
ครับ
cooking up some kind of
ข
set
ำ
play
ๆบน
where
นัด
both
ลาว
duelists
ไม่ใช่
barrel down
อี
mid
โค
into male or they explode onto the A site. But thus far, it has been quite slow for their attack side. Oh, here comes RB.
Okay.
อุ๊ย
here
เล่น
we
เร็ว
go.
เล่นเร็ว
Flashes.
โอ้โห
Absolutely.
จริงมันผิวอ้าว
How is he finding that?
อุ๊ย what a
Satchel
fat
to the
man.
side. He's grabbing all of them. Mindfreak also
เท
seeking
กันไป
to contain.
กล้าบีเมน
Can stop that pressure that was going through into
เพื่อนไม่ได้บอกเหรอ
the mid.
2 ตัว
He did lose his life earlier. That's a
เทหน่อย
wide
เทหน่อย
double
เทหน่อย
face. Mako, he does trade a
ปล่อยหมา
necessary
ปล่อยหมา
kill. He's left alive in a 1v2. Does have the spike.
นั่นปล่อ
By
ย
the
มา
way, there's
ครับ
only 25 seconds that are passed in this round.
เคลียร์
What a difference to some of the teams that we've been watching at this tournament. Both
แล้ว
these
มาโกะ
squads
จะคัดหรือเปล่า
quite happy to increase the tempo when it's required.
อุ๊ย
Mako using
กล้า
the
ได้ยินเสียงไหม
trailblazer
ไม่ได้ยิน
audio cue there, realizing that
อุ๊ยหิวว่ะ
CGRS is looking for
เฮ้ยมาโกะยิ้ม
information
อะไร
and
เพื่อน
moving to the spot, so he's happy to
มัน
just
ยิ้ม
run through.
เอาแล้ว
Catch a little
เฮ้
early.
ย
He has a ton of time to
Alay,
work with
alay,
here.
yo.
I mean, like I said, Mako, he's got the pieces to make something
Alay,
of
alay.
this. Not the health, really, but
He really is the rock that his team relies on.
yeah.
มึงมาสุ่ม4สุ่ม5อย่างนี้
That
โดนนะ
influences his play at times as well, you know, when the team
ก็รู้อยู่
as well, it feels like he needs to
ครับ
step
ผม
up,
ดู
but
ทุกคน
man,
None.
man
Đồn
pulls off some insane moments with
นี่ไง
insane consistency. I
Right.
thought, I really did for a second there. The crosshair
ถือว่า
placement
กล้า
was
เซฟ
looking
เดี๋ยวเรา
quite good, but no, he gets brought down. So PRX will be the first team to get to 10.
ไม่รู้ทำอะไรบ้างอะแต่เซฟ
So we did see a bonus round tactic there from DRX. Very fast play up through B heaven, but well responded to by Jin.
โอ้โหแฟดนี่ไง
Backed it up,
ไอ้
using
เหี้ย
the backpack. And to be honest, the space
ทำให้นั้น
difference
ต้อง
was
หลบ
enormous between RB and Buzz.
และจริงก็ปาดชิว
Buzz couldn't really follow up on what RB was doing there. And I imagine we're going to go back into some slow rounds, though they're set up again for a similar kind of mid pressure on attack.
There's a lot of space cleared out just from the trailblazer.
รีพอร์ตแล้ว
Yeah,
ไม่มีอะไรเลย A เคลียร์
Go.
แล้วดูวิ่งเลยครับวิ่งเลย ถ้า A เคลียร์ก็ปล่อยเจสันเล่นคนเดียวครับ
Setting up Forsaken onto
Yeah.
the main angle.
ข่าว
So
โคตรดี
so he is past the the Viper wall. That was
ตามแผ
really
นตามแผน
what they were intending.
ฝนจะตก
As well, could be
ไอ้กล้า
some,
ยิงฝนจะตก
back and forth exploration
Yeah.
potentially, but
ฝนฟ้าขนองเลยกล้าลงทิ้ง
Mid is such an important part of the map for DRX to control, especially in this round where they have Seekers. It's just going to be so useful for Stacks if he uses them in that kind of spot. You can tell where PRX is kind of
this is
cheating.
so risky.
เฮ้ย
ป๋าผ่า
He sees
เฮ้ยจริง
his shoulder
เฮ้ย
and it's a wider
แล้วมึง
face
ไป
by
ยิง
Buzz
อะไรอะ
immediately
น่ะ
there to capitalize and
ไว้ดาวไว้
punish
เอา
it.
คืนให้ครับ
Still, they want to try and play fast off this. DRX taking that B heaven control. Did lose a player in the process. Davai. He's got to
ชิบ
try
หาย
and
แล้ว
anchor
ดา
it
ไว้
down.
ดาไว้
Being
เอาให้หน่อย
swarmed. Smoke was propped
อุ้ย
up though. He
อยู่ตรงนั้นแหละ
managed
อยู่ตรงนั้นแหละ
to needs to hold this.
นั่นแหละ
Created a bit
Ooh.
of an opening. Drop down. Where is the trade? Is no one
หลัง
towards the back.
นั่น
RB. He's playing it with patience.
นั่น
At its core, this could be momentous.
นั่น
Slow it all.
เวลาจะหมด RB
Don't reveal anything.
One enemy remaining.
Finds it.
อุ้ย1-1กับกล้า
One versus one. He expects
มาดิ
it.
สัตว์
He knew where CGRS was.
หนุ่มยโส
Picks up 14 seconds.
สวย
It's the shot. 3 kills.
อี
Salvages it.
What a clutch. What
นิดเดียว
incredible
นิดเดียว
trigger
นิดเดียว
discipline there. More too easy than 2Es. He did not make that same kind of mistake, same error, and pays off massively, that discipline and patience that he shows. I was all ready to sing Devi's praises too because he played that round phenomenally.
Yeah. And you write that one down? No. That's off the dome, is it?
I mean, you can't be telling
อะไร
me
นะ
watching RB in that situation.
ไม่โดนสักนัดเลยเหรอ
Yeah.
And
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร ให้อภัยกันได้ครับ
That was an amazing
เป็น
moment.
มนุษย์ฮะมีความรู้สึกมีอารมณ์ว่าอย่างนี้แหละมันกดดัน
There's the half buy for PRX. So economy really taking a knock
มันมีความรู้สึกครับ
after losing that one. DRX. Really bringing
RB
this back.
ก็
At
ม
least
นุ
the
ษย์บูม
possibility of it. I mean, they're
พอ
winning
ละ
the necessary rounds.
ไอ้เหี้ย
They've
นั่น
got
เขา
to
ว่า
keep it together.
DRX have never got a read.
ทำไมวะ
PRX
มัน
are only
มัน
leaving
นิดนึง
one
ไม่ได้
player
เลยไง
in. They're using CGRS's utility to just, most of the time, rotate off.
So here we go. Satchels. Again, another glide forwards. White face. Mindfreak still alive and kicking, but not for long.
อาบี
Duelist player
โอ้โห
dropping down into
นอกจากจะ
hell.
ตัดต่อเก่งแล้วมึงยิงแม่นด้วยเหรอเฮีย RB overact
Yeah, he really is. When RB's
เอาจัด
firing off like this, it's on a
ไม่
comfort
ใช่ไม่
roll.
ใช่ไม่ใช่
เอาไม่ใช่นะ
Good sign.
เฉย
Best in the
Taken
world,
what's
Leon.
the rifle. Smokes to cut up the angle.
คนละ
Not
คน
quite
นะ
a
คนละ
rifle
คน
stinger, but
เหมือน
he can do some damage with it.
ไอ้เหี้ยกูเจอเขาตัวจริงกูเกือบอันยองฮาเซโยละ
Yeah.
ไอ้ยกล้าแฟดดีนี่
Wanted to get set up by the
ชิบ
flank.
หาย
Making a go of it.
เจสันลุกไปคุยหน่อยดิ
No from DRX. I mean, CGRS really no chance at all with just the
Yes.
classic or with the sheriff.
The ace.
Going for it. Wants
Oh.
it, and he's got it.
That's a crowd
Right.
pleaser.
There's somebody chanting ace as well.
Yeah. But PRX still have a 3-round lead, and they're coming into this next one with rifles
ก
and
ล้า
all
เสิร์ฟ
5
เอทให้แบบ
ultimates.
คม
The team's going to take a tactical timeout too, as
ๆ
Coach
อุ้ย
Alex
มันยังซีมัน
has
ยัง
his
ตึงอยู่เลยเหร
input.
อ
But to be honest, I
ผม
don't
ชิบ
feel
หาย
like there's been too many major errors from the way that PRX are playing this on the defense side. However, there are tendencies to dig into here. DRX have been going B a lot. In the same way that PRX were
เมาแม่งคีน
favoring
ยังวะ
A ramp and A pop control. DRX have been putting a large emphasis on B.
สวยเก่ง
But I think the current way that
King.
PRX are playing their defense side makes sense. They're using the Sky utility to just set up Forsaken, then CGRS rotates off a lot of the time, and they have like 3 towards B, 2 towards mid kind of setup.
ก้านี่ชื่อจริงปฏิภาณหรือธีรพงศ์
Just can't quite anchor it when the
ธีร
sun
พงศ์
gets
จะ
down.
ฮากว่านี้ครับ อันนี้ปฏิภาณครับ
And also, you had RB with
แต่ธีรพงศ์อะฟัน
a
ล่วงแน่
fantastic clutch play, which, you know, he's not
ไม่
going to
รู้
be able
จัก
to
เหร
do
อ
that
ฮ่อง
every
เต้
time.
วาโลอะธี
Just
ร
because
พงศ์
you
ลง
lost
เป็น
the
ยิง
round
อะ
doesn't mean you played it badly.
ดูฉายาเขาดิ
Chances for PRX though to get back into it. Using that last time out. Look at the amount of ults they've got online. Forsaken. Buying up the operator as well. Potentially another answer to what's happening with, you know, the slower beginnings. These very wide spread out defaults.
เฮ้ยลงเป็นลม
Just poking
Ui.
and prodding. Maybe there's something there to punish.
Yeah, not just that. Devi's got his Viper split online and a judge, so I would not be surprised to see him just rip that.
โอ้ย
B
แล้วทำไม
main to
ปืนเป็น
start.
เงี้ย
However, yeah,
คนหนึ่งสติงเกอร์
DRX
คนหนึ่ง
not
โอ
really
เปอเร
been
เตอ
playing
ร์
fast in B main.
บูชิดก็มา
Viper's
เฮ้ย
made it. Here's a
ปึ้ม
shot.
อู้
Exchange of
โอ้โห
of utility.
อะไรวะน่ะเฮีย
It's all over the place, man.
รีเฟกวัยรุ่นเขาเล่นกัน
Did the damage and he cleaned it up.
แก่ๆทำไม่ได้
He's
นะ
cleaning up his own mess there. RB had a phenomenal dodge and yet wasn't able to reset the aim to actually punish that showstopper from coming through.
That ult needs a buff or something. I'm telling you.
He just got 2 bread.
He did. He set himself up quite nicely. Mindfree with the jiggle. They start to start. Oh my goodness.
ไปมันฟิกไปอยู่ทำไม
He also didn't have the pull to be able to work with.
แล้วกล้าปล่อยแล้วครับซีเกอร์
Too late on the timing there.
ซีเกอร์
The util. Seekers being
ซีเกอร์มาตา
It's
ฟัก
gonna
เก
be
อ
so
ร์
difficult to be in this spot though because of
อุ้ย
Divine's
ข่าว
ultimate.
ล้น
Just doesn't seem
ล้น
It really doesn't. That's probably why they've just
ทำให้เพื่อนเล่นง่าย
slowed it down again, making sure that they explore.
แล้วไม่หิวเพื่อนหน่อยหรอกล้าเฮ้ย
And it's a bad flash.
ไอ้เหี้ยไม้ฟิกเดินหายกล้าเดินหนี
Wow, that is so unfortunate. CGRS just used his flash in A heaven to make sure Forsaken was safe from that spot. And Mako dodged it somehow. Maybe with the Viper Wall?
It's a free
30
plan.
seconds left.
Stacks gets that one down. 3 versus 3. Viper's Pit online.
อุ้ย
Place that one down.
อันตีอะไรอ่ะดีไหมไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่
Discovering this is brutal to get through.
ใจเย็น
If you are PRX, got to pray for some of that Jing RNG, I think. Maybe with the run and gun as well. Hope you collect an easy kill, spamming into the corners here. One upside is everybody is playing in the pit, so there's always that potential.
บีเมนนานเกิน
Got to land your shots properly. Flash round the
โอ้
side.
จะตายแล้วตายดีกว่า
Kicking in makes it an easy kill to claim. Mindfree forced to back away and save.
And that is an enormous round for DRX and Mako. There's the hold. I was talking about how I really liked the way that PRX were playing their defensive side, and they were just posting up Forsaken on A main. Now, obviously, he's weak from that mid split, but CGRS was still spotting it with utility. I don't know how Mako quite
กล้าต้อง
dodged
ผ่อนคลายเว้ย
the flash that
ต้อง
came
ผ่อน
through
คลาย
very
ความ
light.
กดดัน
Was he around a corner or
มัน
something?
ต้อง
See this in the replay.
Here we go.
มันต้องปลดปล่อยสัญชาตญาณดิบว่ะโอ้โห
It's okay. I
He
mean,
just activates his wall as he hears the audio cue, and even though it's half
ทำให้
blue,
เจสันไม่รู้
it gives
ข่าว
the
ครับ
false info.
เจสันก็เลยตายที่ B เอเมนครับ
That's crazy that's what turned around. Shout out the replay observers for catching that one too.
yeah, that is nasty as well, though. Mako immediately capitalizing off of it.
What a phenomenal play, and instantly recognizing the advantage he had there. That's part of what makes Mako world class.
อุ้ยไปแน่
Trying to see.
ปั๊บอุ้ย
Straight up
อุ้ย
into it.
เฉาโชว์
Mako. That's a bit of a read, I think, that they know that Mako was playing so slowly towards
มาดิ
that.
มาดิเฮียอุ้ย
The sound
มาดิ
for
สัตว์
Forsaken.
สวย
Absolute genius at work here. Grabs the one, doesn't quite get the third. Still.
ปัด
Made this more than
ส
winnable.
วยก้า
Oh my god, okay, CGRS, why not? Go for it.
คม
Pop flash play around the side, but Buzz wasn't really blinded up. Double satchel now.
จิบหาย
Makes his mark.
ปลดปล่อยสัญชาตญาณ
His
ดิบ
claim as well
มันต้อง
towards
อย่าง
the
นี้
side.
มันต้องอย่าง
Try
นี้
and get this spike
ถือ
down,
ว่า
but
กล้าเล่นครับกล้าเล่นเล่นน้ำลายด้วย
note as
ตอนเนี้ย
well, they do still have a main control.
And they have a pull that can go on the spike
อุ้ย
here. Buzz
แล้ว
with
เนียน
a
เข้ามา
showstopper.
จังหวะนี้
As well, though. And there's a fight taking place on
ยั
the
งเนียน
side.
ไม่พ
Buzz
อ
3 in a round for him. Got to get a bit of a move on. And I think Mindfreak running. No, he slowed it all the way down. Him versus Zest. It's quite important, and Zest falls.
ไม่มันก็มันแฟดโดนแล้วมันก็เลยต้องปาด
onto the
อะ
side.
ให้ทำไง
PRX
อะ
starting to put the squeeze on into elbow. Maybe some util to set it up. Shows
Oi!
forced out.
อะไรอะ
Something from this one. 55 health on Buzz. He'd love a kill from this.
Die.
Again, just waiting it out.
Dawaj.
Time is ticking. It's getting
Ui.
shorter and
Ui.
shorter. Have to let rip. And you have to find some kills. Mindfreak, he
Ooh.
wins his Defy. Follows up. And
ชนะเฉย
just in time. Just in time, man.
Yeah, I mean, they had only 3 seconds to spare, something like that. 2.5, not even. And yet, once more, what I'm appreciating from this map with these two teams is that despite the chaotic moments, the players are so smart
ไอ้เหี้ยชนะเหรอ
and
วะ
ready to be patient
โหถ้า
and
กล้าชนะ
ready to play the time. They don't overrush
DRX
things
นะ
in this
บอก
spot.
เลยได้
When
แอค
Buzz
ได้
is
แอค
holding
ยุง
his
เลยอะ
showstopper,
เป็นเล็กโน
know
หนึ่ง
that they can play the clock, use it as a resource, and win things out.
เป็นเล็ก
What a huge one for PRX to be able to take away.
Welcome to Tokyo
Amazing play.
That's another one where it's a bit of a broken buy too.
โนหนึ่ง
They've been
โนหนึ่งจริง
they've been almost perfect in those low eco rounds.
Yeah. It's been odd, hasn't it? Both of these teams really just excelling at the attack side so far, but not much breathing room if you are DRX. I mean, 2 more chances, or 2 more rounds. That's really
มัน
what
น่า
needs
จะ
to be
ตอบ
gained for
คำเดียว
PRX
พี่
to
เสลอครับพี่
convert this map.
อย่ายุ่งกับกู
And something we haven't really discussed too as DRX take a tactical
Boy,
time out.
เขา
I
เล่น
think
ไปอะดีแล้วครับ
boats mentioning that one of the big reasons why DRX have been able to run Zest is that they lean back on old compositions, old strategies. They haven't had much scrim time with him. They've only started playing with him. Termi was saying in a press conference, basically as soon as he started subbing in the lower bracket finals against T1, they weren't practicing with him before that. So that's not very long to cook up a deep playbook with a new composition.
แต่คิดว่า
Played before. I feel like I could be wrong here, but I feel like every other map we've seen them play an old composition.
มันเอาจริงแล้วมันเอาจริงแล้ว
Something that they've played recently, something where Zest would be comfortable and understand
ไม่
exactly
รู้
what's
ว่าฝั่ง
going
ไหน
on. This is
แต่สกอร์
different, and their attack
13-11 รอดูเลย
side still looking decent, but it's a deviation from the norm of how they've been able to maintain success whilst messing their roster around.
ไม่มีความรู้สึก
Here's
แบ
a
บนั้น
difference
วะ
maker. It's been slow all up until this point, but now our Trailblazer leading them in.
Oi!
Forcing out the snake bite, nade towards the back, and a flank.
นี่ขนาดปิดตานะ
Danger, low enough.
ไอ้กาแฟดมึงไม่ข้ามอะไรเลยแหละแบบ
Let's lead the charge.
ไปฝั่งนู้นหน่อยน้อง
Towards elbow. CJRS.
สวย
That's unfortunate.
กูเห็นอะไรวะ
Crazy.
That'll happen.
Yeah, still nade in the hand of Jing. Cleared out towards main. Wondering if he is going to get refought out. Seeker is broken. Here's the nade. Rebounds over towards the side, trying to force this fight out. Again, Mako is just elite. Only the one before it's traded.
เอาหน่อยไม้
1v3. Doesn't know where anybody is. Buzz seeking as well to collect and wrap around entirely.
ไอ้ดาวไว้ข
PRX is still
ำ ไม่เป็นไร
smiles at
พี่
the camp there.
คนเราก็มีพลาดกัน
Two
ได้
ahead
ดาวไว้บอก
as DRX attempt to mount a comeback. That's a fast pop where really the round should have been. Yeah, I mean, take a look at that. Barely hits him and flicks around. It's one of those instances where
it's okay ว่ะ
fortunate for CGRS. I mean, he's 5 and 14.
ดาวไว้บอก it's okay
It makes sense. He's substitute player.
It's okay, bro.
He's coming in here
ไม่เป็นไร
without any scrim experience apart from what they've been able to put together just recently. They played him for one map, I believe, in Pacific.
Let's see if PRX
ไม่เป็นไร
again
ไม่เป็นไร
get away with murder on their half by. This is exploration into mid. Deep contact play.
อุ้ยแอสซิสต์เยอะนะ
For a kill, but
แอสซิสต์12 นะ ว่าไม่ได้
spotted out. No reaction from DRX, but now you're starting to see them go a little bit. Boombot, Dog, either way, making sure to clear some of those angles. Divide, still playing his life. Going for any sort of one and done, so they give them the side entirely. While this flank also starts to really pay off. This flank's again on.
เหี้ยเดินหลังมาเป็นพาเลท
in the middle of mid.
I mean, every A hit, Zest has just been sat AFK in market playing the pull and then going for the latest lurks possible. So, I mean, that's how they're working him in this roster.
Retaking that main control, pushed up. Together now, heavy group up onto the side. These DRX players could be some danger, absolutely. Satchel plays still with the rifles.
ไปแล้ว
Is it going to be easy sailing? Mako. To stop from this
โอ้ย
aggression, they double face.
เอาอีกแล้วเอ้ยใจเย็น
One of them
อุ้ยสวย
flash back online.
มีล็อกหลอกสวย
Fight! RB! It is magnificent, but they don't know where
อุ้ยแล้วเหลือไม้ฟิก
With time running this low, it's been played well.
The final layer. Zest just having so much faith in the rest of his team that he'll be able to go on these
ตัดดีอ่ะ
long, late lurks.
นั่นไง
And RB stepping up.
ตอนนี้
Forsaken
ทำอะไรก็
couldn't
ดีไป
quite
หมด
get
แห
the
ละ
reload off
มัน
there.
มีเหตุผลรองรับเปเปอร์เล็ก
Reload
เสมอ
dashes
ตอน
and
เนี้ย
then swaps over to the Sheriff. Stops him from being able to get the trade kill
Ui.
off properly. But then again, he hit that one, so you can't be too mad with what happened.
มีเบาะนุ่มๆรองรับอยู่เสมอ
They know that Zest is playing with the pull as well to delay. They have
เอา
to
มัน
go
ยิ้ม
fast.
แล้ว ตอนแรกมันบึ้งมันยิ้มแล้ว
It's the right call to make
มัน
in
ใจ
the moment
มันใจ
there.
มันใจ
Almost
ชื้น
doable,
ขึ้นมา
but,
นิดนึง
yeah, Zest playing RTS mode.
This is a major comeback for DRX.
เดี๋ยวแม่งเจอบาซูก้า
Ideal
ไอ
setup
สัตว์
for PRX.
It's just that one round.
เดี๋ยวรอบนี้แม่งเจอบาซูก้า
Bring it nice and even.
Double damage ครับ
Come back.
ดับเบิลดาเมจสวย
High-low
มาอีก
setup.
ปะล่ะมาอีกปะล่ะ
Pays off, doesn't it?
ไม่ไหวมุมนี้ไม่ไหวจริง
I love that.
Boom, niไม่ไหว
PRX
จริง
been running it in
เจอ
Pacific
2 บอก
too, a lot of the time. Very good against the DRX team that's going to try and take that space before bursting.
Just an innate understanding of the timer of that one with the boombot. To the side, but the purpose of it was really just to fake that A
มา
push
บอมไหนไม่มา
presence, and it's a re-clear called again by PRX. They're just contacting down into
มาหา
mid.
บ่อ
Yeah, CGRS also missing his flash there, so they're worried that somebody could be deep into A heaven. They're actually
ไม่เป็นไรกล้าเล่นรีเทคครับเล่น
forcing
รีเทค
DRX all of this space.
เล่นรีเทคเนาะเล่นรีเทคไม่ต้องไปปะทะ
This time a bit of an indicator,
ไม่ต้องปะทะ
but
ไม่ต้องปะทะ
no more to play off of.
สวย
Don't know if
แค่เอาสกรีนไว้แค่เอาสกรีนไว้
scared they are of this while this flank comes through.
สวยหลังมาเร็ว
Sewer stacks the gun at hand. Ready and
ชิบ
waiting.
หายเลี้ยว
Immediately runs up
ตำแหน่ง
onto the
เปิด
side, realizes
สวยก้า
We're gonna try and play for this satchel. Forward buzz. He swings out wide. Jing still in a fight. The rocket let loose a little bit too close as well. Doesn't really get any damage at all, but they do have that heaven control. All three players now grouped up as well. Starting to see the util sails through the sky. It's a snake bite. Looks off the one angle there. Shots. It's an absolute firing range for Mako. And he gets the ult off online. Straight down from Mind Freak.
Very
Enough
weak.
damage done. Mako
ไอ้เหี้ย
is low.
โกร
A
ธนี่แม่ง
single
ก็
bullet and burst will
ใจเย็นไม่ต้องสแปมไม่ต้องสแปม
come crumbling.
ชนะได้รอนมีเวลาเดินเลยเดินเลย
Holding down the one extremity here into elbow.
สวยรอนสวย
And the random spray, the last bullet finds it, isolates it.
Oh!
And he wins it.
ว้าว สวย
Just insane.
These are
Lon
the
ao
moments
hay,
that
Lon
are
ao
making
hay.
the difference in this match. And
โกะงง
Marco's reaction says it all. And what are you supposed to do there?
Yeah.
That's almost the exact same spot that we saw.
เอาอีกอย่างนี้เอาอีกได้
I can't even remember.
อย่างนี้
12 rounds ago, something like that.
ถ้าเป็นแพทใหม่แพ้ไปแล้ว
This time,
ไอ้เหี้ย
a deity guides the bullet straight into Mako's head.
ถ้าเป็นแพทใหม่นี่เหลือแต่กระบอกกับลังเพลิง
Step closer
ไม่มีกระสุน
to taking the map.
I mean,
ไม่มีเม็ดตะกั่ว
just ridiculous
ร้อน
scenes.
ไอ้นั่นเรียกร้อน หรือแก้วที่ถือมันร้อนวะ
Do love a
มัน
fake
พูดอะไรวะ
comeback.
น่าจะแก้วที่ถือร้อน
Fake comeback, but I want to see DRX
ร้อนเน็ตแม่ร้อนวางก้อน
catching
วางก้อนซีเจสัน
User joined your channel.
Cape almost just drifting away there.
น่าจะร้อนนะ
as well with the judge. Now there's a star at his feet.
ไม่เอาเจสันพูดไทยได้นะ
Danger here. I'm pretty sure that will pull him if they choose to use it. That's a recall. Oh, well, okay. Just a start.
เฮ้ยอู้
Divide takes the timing right around the side there with RB.
Waiting.
Follow up with
Hit
the
Lil.
rifle. Zest
สวยร้อน
maintaining this deep push as well.
Ah!
Fighting place missing.
Run!
Forsaken. Smoke up. Props up the one way.
ดีมาก
Does he really want to try and get back onto the angle? Zester's got the read on this. He's actually got his crosshair on it.
He's in astral form.
Yep. Star.
Wow.
Up smokes. The space being gained, but that could be a play to make as well. He's
มาอีกแล้ว
as well that everybody's rotating.
มาหาบ่อยแย้ว
That's going to make some guys. Jing ready for it.
ไอ้เหี้ยแม่งทิม
DRX
บ่อ
really
รัว
struggled on these anchor spots before, but Jing's been excellent with it.
ๆใช้งานในกล้าบ่อยเหลือเกิน
One thing to be aware of, another thing to stop it. No the hits coming
Ui.
to A, all that
Ui.
space was gathered. There it is with the flash! Re-swing
จริ
from
ง
Jing.
จริง
And it's up to Zest to try and extend the play. There's
ก็
no
ยังไม่ได้คิว
chance
ครับ
in hell. That's 4 to finish for
เฮ้ยเป็น
Jing.
เล็กว่ะ
And map 1 is
เหี้ยแม่งชนะ
PRX's.
ว่ะ
But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
คนระดับแอสเซนชันกับแอสเซน
Have a better individual performance.
Pulling a satchel to take up Shao's control for DRX.
คนระดับแอสเซนชันกับแอสเซน
พี่ขำแรงเกิน
ไอ้เหี้ยพวกเหี้ยนี่หัวไวเว้ยไอ้เหี้ยพวกเหี้ยนี่หัวไวจริงไอ้เหี้ย
Giving up the reflank though.
มาแล้วเพื่อนผมมาแล้วหนึ่ง
เฮ้ย
Back into Showers, and they were trying to get the squeeze onto them. Buzz is alone, surrounded on
เฮ้ย
2
เก็กโคว่ะ
Yeah, and Divide.
พูดแบบอ่ะพี่
Difference maker, surely. There's
Ui.
one still found.
อุ้ยแฟนสวยจัด
To take the fight to them. Everybody's
Oi.
blinded. Hopping and skipping. Zest survives.
ทำไมไม่เป็นกู
Still,
วะ
Boombot in his face, low enough. A single bullet will do it. Jing.
อุ้ยเอาสาม
DRX, what
เอา
a
สาม
movement.
เอาแล้
I
ว
think he's got half the amount of kills he got last.
เอาสาม
Split in the pistol round.
เอา3ไปก่อน
Beginning.
ถ้าสนุกมัน
Yeah,
จบไปแล้ว
that's
แบบ
a fantastic
แม้
beginning.
ข้างบนมันไม่
And
ขึ้น
I don't think it's
จบไป
necessary.
แล้ว
Playing
โอ้ย
Gecko,
บังบัง
maybe
พวกเองก็ต้องมีไหวพริบกันหน่อยเว้ย
I would imagine that
คือเมื่อกี้มัน
if
หลอกหรือไง
play blind, it's been something that they've been scrimming quite a bit.
เกม
putting a
เมื่อกี้วอร์ม
serious
เกมเมื่อกี้
focus
ว
on.
อร์มมั้ง
They
ไหว
instantly
พริบ
had a
ครับไหว
reaction
พริบ
there as
นิดนึง
DRX
นิด
took
นึง
Shower's control.
พี่พ่อแม่
Only the front
เยี่
of
ย
it.
มมา
Brimstone
ไม่
only the front.
เจ
DRX
เจ
at the
พี่
back.
วาย
ใจเย็น
ไหวพริบครับไหวพริบ
One of the big questions I had, I think, when I was seeing
อุ้ย
PRX.
ผมแล้วมั่นใจแล้วแฟนน้อย
ต่อเนื่อง
Interesting.
ตาย
The free shot. Do
สวย
want to be taking this far?
ยิงหมาจะโดนคน
Of course you do.
เออ
PRX.
Oi.
Oh
What?
my goodness.
เออ
Yeah, they don't back away.
Mi
from
mai,
any
mi
sort of
mai.
challenge, do they, Josh?
มีคนไหมเธอ
They don't, but now Jing is getting pinched.
ที่บ้านเธอ
He's got to be worried about Hookah. You can soft, silent drop out from Hookah now.
Horn was timed ever so slightly. Reveals
หลัง
himself.
จริง
Maintains his hold.
โอ้โหมันยังปาบาดแท็กทิ้งไว้ไอ้เหี้ย ไอ้ ไอ้ที่นี่แม่งดิ้นรนจัดอะ
But the spikes
คือจะเด้งตัวออกนะเมื่อกี้
แล้วตัวคัดด้วยตัวนี้
gotta expect that there could have been
นี่ฮะ
rotation.
โนหนึ่งคอนโทรลเลอร์
Lots of
แย่ละ
time in the round.
โนหนึ่งดาวเวิลด์
Make a play. Where
แย่
have
ละ
I seen this
ใจ
one
เย็น
before?
จัดหน้า
Definitely
แล้วยาเบอร์ตายก่อน
ซิกเกอร์แลตเล่นตาเดียวยิงเยอะกว่านิวเจนแล้วโอ้ตายแล้ว
Waits it out.
ตายแล้ว
It's a luxury that he does have.
ทำไมไป
มึง
พูด
เล่น
อย่าง
กีตา
นั้
ร์
น
ฮะไอ้สัตว์
เอ้ย
โอ้ย
Letting
ยาว
his
ยาว
chances.
เดี๋ยวนี้สู้อ่ะนิวไม่เอานะ
Some players particularly
ไม่น่ารักเหมือนตอนเข้าวงการใหม่ๆนะ
through the back of their halls,
แจ้ง
but
คนดูงั้นแหละ
they're worried as well that he's rotated all the way through B long.
Yeah.
See the positioning. I mean, they're already playing back over towards A. At least Forsaken is.
เสร็จ
มี
แน่
ส่งคัดอยู่นะ
ไม่มี
นี่มันรู้อยู่นะว่าฮูก้า
เดี๋ยวมันวางเปิดเนี่ยตรงกลางเหล็กเนี่ยคอยดูดิ
ไม่มันรู้ว่าฮูก้าตัวหนึ่งแน่นอนพี่เซนมันแรงไงปะยังไงไม่
โห
รู้
แรกอะ
แต่มันพยายามหายตัวอยู่
10 seconds.
เฮ้ย
อุ้ย
Back of the site. Yep. There's a plant.
เฮียอย่างว่า
โอ้
Hoping to play this
Tắt
one
phong
together.
khát mà.
Andrew jumped out.
Ồ,
Oh,
phong
wow.
khát
No
lên.
sound cue off that. Spam into it. Yeah, that's just unfortunate
Nặng, nặng.
timing.
ยังไม่เห็นแม้แต่เงาไอ้เหี้ย
I didn't hear it.
อะไรเกี้ยอะไรกี้
I mean, that is a massive meta change on Bind, really. It's a small adjustment, but
เดิน
makes a huge
ซุยไป
difference
เลย
to the way that you run your B holds. Tell you another thing that's like a very meta thing that PRX do. They push sand a lot.
เดี๋ยวนี้นิวเจน กินแต่เหล้าเหรอ
Color composition that has
ไม่
range.
วันนั้นเจอที่เฮฟเว่นเย็ดเค
มัว
They don't really
เอาแล้วนิว
ที่ไหนนี่
that position
ต่อด้วย
as
สปีด
aggressively as
ไม่ใช่
something.
ไม่ใช่
Gonna
พี่
take the duel dismissal.
ร้านเหล้าชื่อเฮฟเว่น
He's gonna win the fight.
เป็นที่อะไรมึง
But it was
He often does.
absolutely dominating DRX in the way that they want to play. Obviously, DRX don't play
แล้ว
with
เจอ
the
พี่บุญได้
cipher
ไงครับ
or
ร้านเราอ่ะ
a chamber,
ไม่มีครับ
anything
ไม่มี
like that.
เฮ้ย
They can watch behind
จริง
them.
เปล่าพี่
ไป
ชาย
ล่าสุดปีที่แล้ว
And
ที่ผมเจอ
usually
พี่ปะ
your defaults are going to be
ใช่
slightly weak in that area. Well, we haven't had
งาน
one of
ทวิต
these in a while.
No, we
ไม่
haven't.
ใช่
It's escaped a lot
ผม
of
ไม่
it.
เจอ
It's been
ผมเจออีกร้านหนึ่ง
very,
อะดิ
ก็ล่าสุดงานทวิตไง
ก็ล่าสุดงานทวิตเนี่ย
But yep, we're going to have a little technical pause here as one of the
หมวดนะ
people restart. Gives us some
เจออยู่ที่แอดเซน
opportunity to
เฮ้ย
talk
ขอบ
a
คุณ
little
ครับ
bit
ปั๊บปาดีดาดับปับ
the way
ปา
that
ผม
PRX
จะ
have
ได้
been
ทำแบบ
playing
ครั
this.
บ
They've been playing both initiators over by B long, and you know, really heavily playing for that area of the map. CGRS has been wanting to fight a lot. I'm intrigued to see how they
CGRS
time it. It seems to me like they're playing those players over there so that they can go for showers crunches a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's what we saw in the pistol round, right? It's,
Right.
Either the dog or a flash to set it up through the TP, but
ไอ้กล้า
if
โช
you
ว์
hold
ถอ
on
ง
to
ไม่
B
หรอ
long,
แบบแรก
in theory, it makes it much easier to squeeze any
Ding
players
nói.
that try and play in showers.
Mấy
The
khơi
new
đi.
form of bind. I mean, the TP's way closer
Right.
with this new iteration. So I mean, we are really nerding out about
ใคร
this.
ใครเป็นไรกัน
Podcast mode if you want.
Well, the other thing that really intrigues me too, if you haven't had the pleasure of watching PRX on this map for a while, you might be thinking back to the aggressive stuff that they would do with their Yoru comps in the past. Forsaken on Harbor throws the
วันนั้น
most
ไปทำอะไร
bizarre
ที่โพ
Harbor
ไซดอน
utility compared to
กิ
everybody
นข้าว
else.
ครับ
I feel like every other Harbor player went to the 2E's school of learning Harbor, very diligent walls, always placing
ไป
them
ตาม
as
หาตี
accurately as
ศูนย์
possible.
กูอยาก
Forsaken's
ควบคุมปลาใน
cooking up
ทะเลได้
weird stuff in the server.
ได้
One of the things he really likes to do, Forsaken will play around the lamps area and throw his high tide through the teleporter to support his team going for sand pushes. And they'll try and fight aggressively for sand and fountain control on defense. Now, how many teams do you see that do that?
It's very creative. I mean, they are really pushing the limits of it. I mean, Forsaken loves to play Arbor as well. Spoken to him about it. I've had instances as well where the entire
เฮ้ยไอ้เหี้ยนั่นหลับไปแล้ว
on social
เฮ้ย
media.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ย
True.
แตกหนึ่งแตกหนึ่ง
Tried Harbor on a set.
ล่วงไปแล้วครับ
Like, oh, we'll try it. And I'm like, okay, well, sure. And then they pull it out in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
มีอย่างนี้
it's
เลยเหร
just
อ
crazy.
ไอ้เหี้ย
But
เบาะ
Forsaken
นุ่ม
loves
เกิน
สบายไปเปล่า
Yeah.
It's one of the things that allows him to be that third player in, rather than one of the primary initiators, and allows him to
ลึกมาก
go
ไอ้
down,
ตัวนั้น
think
แหละ
more,
เผลอ
and
ๆกลด้วย
score
มั้ง
some of
น่ะ
those kills. But
Look, he's doing the high tide. Oh, he's doing
เนี่
a
ยเขา
different
ให้มา
high
เชียร์
tide, one that goes
นี่แน่นอนเอาแอร์เย็นเจี๊ยบเลย
and threatens like you could be pushing out sand.
Yeah.
This though is a bonus round strategy for PRX where they want to fight showers, pick up thrash. What's the play with the thrash though? It's only Divide
เห
over
มือน
towards
ดี
B.
เอ็กจะโดน 2-0
Looks
ว่ะ
very weak, and they're banking on
โดนย้ำเหรอ
DRX just playing slowly.
that's incredibly
Dumb
weak.
โดนย้ำนะ
Flash spotting out at least one of the players.
เฮ้ย
Dog also being forced
เขาวาร์ป
out.
ไปหนึ่ง
Just lobbed through
ฝั่ง
the
นู้น
TP.
รีพอร์ต
I
ละ
think that was his pistol. I think that's his,
Okay.
I think that's his reliable sidearm.
Yeah, that is
อุ้ย
funny, honestly. Okay, here we go. Thrash being
โดน
used
สอง
again. That is the
โอ้
taper just around the
เฮ้ยมัน
corner.
อยู่เอาหน่อย
not be escaping.
อุ้ยแล้วมีอันตีอีก
Immediately picked back
โอ้
up.
โหโคตรโหดเลยว่ะก้า
Picking it up, they're not worried that there's anybody coming to help.
Yep.
ชิบหายแล้วแล้วพวกนี้โดนอันติไล่กัดแน่คอนเฟิร์มรออันติก้าครับ
Go of it. Still the nade as well to clear through.
Bye.
Back to the side. It's going to be a dizzy. Broken.
แหว
There's a nade as well. Slams it
กัด
on both sections of it. It's up to Stacks and RB to really hold their own.
ทำไมมันไม่หงิก
Rooted to the
ไอ้
ground.
จริงถาม
Wingman falling.
สวย
CGRS not favoured with there. Just couldn't quite.
เอ้า
Rifle cooled down enough to take a shot. Mind Freaks worked his way all the way around. Oh, okay. It stacks actually.
อุ้ย
Still
ปล่อย
Mind
เสียง
Freaks alive in the fight, but well,
กระโดด
not for long. So the bonus round, there was a cute idea behind it. There was a lot
ก็
going
ได้อยู่
on.
โบนัสราวที่ดี
And you can see CGRS is actually playing like a ranked gecko.
เยี่ยมแผนที่ดีว่ะแผนสู้ฮูก้าตอนที่ก้ามีอันติ
Wingman and his
บอก
dizzy.
เลยมันไม่มีทาง
แล้ว
ไม่มีทางยิง
Help
ทัน
give him better crosshair placement. He throws them out just to see where they get shot from, so that he knows where to pre-aim as he like drops out of hookah or something like that. You can see here he knew exactly where RB was playing. Doesn't help him actually land the kill though, as you're jumping in.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, very cute idea. Get to see one more of those creative plays. And this is that high tide I'm talking about, where they fight for sand and fountain control
หม
potential.
ดแล้วหมดสิทธิ์แล้วยาวแล้วไอ้ตัวนั้น
All
นะ
the way over the top. I don't believe it tagged onto anybody.
ไม่ค่อยว่ะตัวนั้น
Not
นะ
sure what the purpose of it was. Dizzy over the top. Broken.
ไอ้บัตมันเล่น
Shot out of the sky
ดูลิสดีกว่าแม่งเก่ง
I
กว่า
mean, yeah, it makes it easier to fight over that sand control. There was no intention of that
ดู
though
ดิ
from the
จังหวะ
PRX
หลบ
players.
กงหลบแฟด
Pushing them away. They still have control of hookah.
เร็วซะด้วย
Jing is holding
หลบ
it
แฟลช
close.
อย่างเงี้ยนะ
ดูดิ
Oh my god.
เปียกไปหมดแล้วเนี่ย
With the mosh pit lineup as well.
Just gotta get out of there.
I mean, that mosh pit went all the way over the wall and landed right about
By
where the
Digua.
Orb was. So, cute trap play again.
Some very nice ideas.
Doesn't actually gain them anything though, but it does tick time off the clock. There goes the dizzy again. How many dizzies has he used in the round so far?
It's 3, I believe. He's thrown it straight up in the air, so he's able to get it back immediately.
เฮ้ย
Safety.
โอ้
Trailblazer. That
อย่า
is
หั
a
นหลัง
stun
ห
that
นีได้ไง
latches.
วะจริง
Nade
อุ้ย
all the way
อุ้ยแล้ว
through.
เข้าวาร์ป
That's
มาเอา
a TP crunch. That's just for Sagan.
เข้าวาร์ปมาพร้อมแฟดครับ
Just a one
อุ้ยเจ็บหนึ่ง
solo player.
เจ็บมาก
Sagan
แฟดดี
goes
แม่ง
up through it to be long. Last player standing is
ไอ้เหี้ย
RB.
อีกเฮ้ยไอ้จริงมึงจะฆ่าเพื่อนหรือเปล่า
And it looked like
เมื่อ
Jing
กี้
was
เกือบโดนหัวนะน่ะ
there towards the end. Seeing if he could do some extra
ไอ้จริง
damage.
บ
He
อก
looks
เถอะ
disappointed.
ไอ้
He
กู
didn't
เ
get
ปิด
the
สติ
It's like a
เฮ้ย
waste
เมื่อ
of
กี้
my
เห็น
own.
คอมโบ
I mean, he'll
ไอ้นั่นปะ
definitely be disappointed that he wasted
แฟดกับ
his
เจ
ult,
สัน
but
น่ะ
I think
คือมันเข้ามา
PRX
พร้อม
had
แฟ
a
ดเลย
great
โค
idea
ตร
of
ดี
commitment there.
ภาพจับ
They stalled
เปิดประ
out
ตู
DRX
ให้
for
อ่ะ
so
มัน
long
ใช้นก
while
เปิดประ
getting
ตูให้
consistent information that
ดาวไว
DRX
โฟ
was
ร์
still
เซคันด์
around B.
ดาวไว
And
มัน
when
แฟด
the
แบบ
hit started,
พวก DRX หล
off
บ
the
ไม่ได้
back
อะ
of
แสดงว่ามัน
I
แฟด
think like
โหดมาก
Stacks'
นะ
Trailblazer or something coming through,
ยังไง
he just
คือปกติมันหลบแฟดกันได้
tried
หม
to
ดไง
collapse
คน
on
เนี้ย
B. Love what they're doing.
You really can see how so much of the strategy of PRX it centers around that B long control. It was so difficult for DRX to take it. I mean, the amount of util that was coming their way. This
อัน
time,
นี้มึงดูกระแสตอบรับดีกว่า
go. It's the
งง
half
พวกนี้ไม่เข้าใจแล้ว
โอ้ยโอ้
Oh my!
อุ้ย
Unaware
เทรด
of
เร็
that
วค
one.
รับ
It's
เทรดเร็ว
traded. He does well for it. Prowler in his face, crunch through into the
ส
shower.
วยดาวไว้
Ball right through
อะไร
the
วะนะ
TP.
มันหลุด
Arby
เยอะ
though
จังอะ
takes care of the high. Backers just running and gunning right through
Ui,
the smoke.
chim hại lắm,
The
mày
judge
Vic.
in his
Tôm
hand
lùa
set
hả?
up for it.
เพื่อน
Close
ตัวคัด
shoulder to shoulder.
เพื่อนพี่นะตัวคัดอะ
Running backwards.
สวยไหม
เริ่ม
พี่
เละ
All over
เละ
the place.
อ้าว
CGRS with the wingman dropped down immediately. Broken. 2 pieces.
Yang.
Maintain control of showers and that causes
Gì mà mày?
the early exit. DRX. They do not want to fight it. Through the TPs now. They get the sight. They know that.
แล้วไมฟีเข้ามาล่าเลยเหรอ
Mind Freak hot on the trail. TP's right behind them. Can't win the fight there.
ตัวคัดพี่เพื่อน
แล้ว
ผ
ทำ
ม
ไมมันไม่ค่อยไปด้วยกันไปได้ไกลเลยวะ
CGRS, the substitute, left in a 1v2.
นี่
Tries to find
กลัวไอ้ไหน
the
อะหมา
timing
ไอ้
of
เหี้ย
Trailblazer.
แทงค์
โอ้ย
As good as util.
เดินผ่านพิษไปเลยไหมบ้าๆหน่อย
Aiming to take the fight though.
เฮียเมื่อกี้เกียดเล่น
The high-low setup.
เมื่อกี้เกียดรอ
Yeah, thrifty.
ไม่ฟิก
Our minds were linked for a second there. Scary.
เฮ้ยไอ้เหี้ยแม่งนิ่งจัด
That's a big error from PRX. I mean, that's one of those rounds where Coach Alex is going to be
แม่งซิ่งกันจัดแม่งซิ่งกันจัด
all of their players decided to play like one and done situations. You had a player just pushed up, really aggressive, isolated in showers. That was Mind Freak. And then Forsaken was jumping around
ถูกแล้ว
towards
ถูกแล้ว
short.
เป็นไปเลยเว้ยมันต้อ
I
งซิ่งอยู่
mean, no reason for him to be playing that
สไตล์เป็นไปเลยว่าประมาณนี้แหละครับ
on an anti-eco.
อืม
Offers DRX an opportunity back into this one. The ults are starting to build up as well here, Brent, for the attacking side. So DRX are going to have a round. Maybe this one, maybe the next.
โมงไม่โดน
I love this development of the meta where people are just trying to headbutt the util that flies over the top.
Yeah. There's only a few lineups where you can punish it in that way.
Here we go.
อันติไม่โดนใครเลย
Give some showers control.
แล้วไฟเบรกคมๆอุ้ย
Again,
เอ้ยช่วยหน่อย
being used right through main. Satchel to
อุ้ย
avoid
โอ้
damage.
ได้สไป
It's a fine free.
อุ้ย
Able to beam him
จ
through.
ริงมาช่วย
to the back of the
จริง
side.
มาช่วย
That's
จริง
on
ไม่
top
มี
of it.
จริง
On
จริง
top
หลบ
of the
โอ้
truck.
จริงผิว
It's
จริง
two kills. Drop spot.
ใจเย็น
Right
ใจเย็น
to take the
3-1
fight.
ใจเย็นเฮ้ย
There's really no reason to try and give Stacks that one, but he does it. Confidence is there with Jing and enough time ball. That was a really rapid flank while all that was going on. CGRS
ไอ้จริงเล่นทำไม
เอาใจ
divide.
มา
They didn't take the TP. They opted to just run all the way from Fountain.
เปเปอร์เล็กมันพีคหมด
Mind
อะ
Freak
ไม่
was
สน
asked to do everything in that round too. While we were focused on Jing
Good
getting
kill.
kills,
มื่อกี้
Mind Freak pops off his ultimate, was stunned in a corner,
ใช่แต่เมื่อกี้รอเพื่อน
and manages to also get this kill onto Zest right before
อ
he
ย่างนี้เซอ
falls.
ร์เซียไม่ชอบ
Right as his ultimate
ไม่
timing
เนี
is
ยบ
going
ป่ะดิ
off.
พี่
ไม่เป็นไรครับไม่เป็นไร
แล้วดูมันหลบดิ ดูมันผิวดิ
Paper X's
มันทำดีทุก
defense
อย่าง
is them
ห
flagging
วาน
themselves
กล้า
out of
กล้า
really
บอกหวาน
uncomfortable
กุลา
positions.
ยิง
And
หลัง
they're
ให้
also
กูชอบ
putting
นักแล
enormous pressure on DRX getting through the first choke point. They're not trying to hold the backside of
นี่เสร็จยาโส
A, as most teams would. They're not trying to fight heavy for showers control and play retake. Retake? What does that mean? Retake? I've never seen a retake.
จะสดทอ
Yeah,
ด
I do love it though. I mean, I think Paper X have got a really clear idea of this. I was
เพิ่ง
just
มา
about to
กล้า
talk
แมตช์
about
แรก
it
ใช้ได้ไหมครับ
before there was just an absolute
เรียกว่าผิวดีกว่าครับ
explosion
ผิว
across the screen and bodies were
เกิน
dropping
คา
all
ด
over the place. But his heavy B long pressure is
ดี
excellent.
จัด
We
ดี
saw
จัด
how hard it was for DRX to take it. It gives them easy access to showers. They can push
อะไร
deep
นะ
out of it as well in contact like they did in that
กินข้าว
last
เมื่อกี้
round
นะครับ
if they want to.
กินอะไรครับ
That gives you good information if DRX are playing
คั่วกระดูก
slow.
หมูไข่ดา
And
ว
once more, let me reiterate that DRX have
Hey.
historically not been
เจ้า
good
โชว์
at this
เจ้า
map.
โชว์
ผม
Every
ไม่ได้
time
เป็น
they've
ก่อ
come to a
พี่
global
บูม
tournament,
แต่ผม
they,
เป็นห่วง
in the past used to play this double
Cap.
flash, double duelist setup. That ended up getting countered at the global level. Then they tried to copy other teams, have never been able to make it work. Something about the way that this team plays and the way that they think about the game does not gel with Bind.
พูดไปจริงอ่ะ
Constantly readable and end up getting flanked and pushed and shut
ไอ้
down.
เฮียกีแม่งโคตร
So
โค
Paper
ต
X
ร
have
ผิว
a
เลยสัตว์
fantastic opportunity to
บอก
keep
ไอ้
this
เหี้ย
one
นั่น
going.
ปิดไมค์ไปดิ
And
ใจเย็น
Zero
ก็วอตปาร์ตี้ไง
DRX
หนุกๆ แล้วมึงเองจะแรง
Without
เพื่อ
something even being here in Tokyo, and that would be so
ไอ้
crucial
รู้
for
มัน
them
ด่า
to
ใคร
rent.
วะ
Because it buys time.
มีหลายคน
ก็มันสาดมาเลยอะบอกไอ้เหี้ยนั่นปิดไมค์ดิโอ้โห
One of the things we haven't
ไอ้เหี้ยแม่งรุนแรงจัดอะ
spoken about, but it's so important. I mean, if Paper X entered the
ค่อยๆคุย
clinic,
กัน
it
เว้ย
would just be, even if it's an extra couple of days, could be all the
Hãy
difference if they can get their
Ui.
full roster together.
Ui.
Here's
Ui.
DRX.
อุ้ยปล่อยหมาตายแน่เอ้า
Taken. Oh my goodness. Okay, backing away. Covered his feet just to try and survive. Interesting usage. Rocket sails and lands. Onto the top of
ไอ้
the
เหี้ย
truck.
จริงบอก
Second
เกี่ยวอะไรกับกูวะ
side of it. Here we go.
ไอ้จริงบอกเกี่ยวอะไรกับกูวะ
Is coming right through the TP showers. Control is theirs, but there's that late lurk that's still occurring from RB. Jump spot, right click, not enough to claim the kill. Mako resolve, Viper's pit. Now in blinded up. Goop in his face. Nobody can
เอาเฮ้ย
see
ไอ้กล้าปล่อยบิงแมนไปไหนวะน่ะเอ้า
Left again to contain and control the stalwart defender.
เข้าบอมบีไปแล้วเหี้ย
Over the top now. Horn going to be spotting quite a bit as well. All three players being linked towards the back of the site, and RB needs to be final line of defense and a bit of a difference maker. Does he want to swing and take the fight? Just holding his ground. The plants
ไอ้
down.
กล้าบอกบีเคลียร์บีเคลียร์
Bit of a breather.
ตะโกนลั่นเลย
Towards the back, Zest with only the one kill before being
บี
traded.
เคลียร์เพื่อน
Two versus two.
ยังไง
He
เอ
needs
แน่
to go down. And Mako's still alive. It's a real nuisance to get through.
เฮีย
โอเค
Settling in, random spammers.
ไม่เป็นไรครับ
Mindfree will back away, but it's a consolidation kill. The round
ยังไง
win
ก็
goes
เค
to
ลียร์บอกเลย
DRX. Heavy investment,
กล้าเคลียร์ B ให้
scrappy all over the place.
ข่าวแน่นจัด
And I feel like Paper X had an opportunity to completely flip this on their head. Right when that Dizzy came through, as the plant was being stuck
สวย
and
มัน
Mako
เสีย
was
ตี
ripping
หมด
his
โอ
ultimate,
เค
the Dizzy came out there
กูเชื่อมึง
and
เชีย
the
ร์เป็น
player
เล็ก
whiffed. Can't exactly recall who it was, but they had their opportunity to take down Mako instantly, drop the Viper's pit and make this a sensible retake, and they just couldn't quite land the shot.
มันยังไม่ยอมอ่ะ DRX
อีกสงครามยังไม่จบ
DRX
Can
getting
they fight?
extremely back and forth so far this map.
Yeah, making it.
มันจะยอมได้ไงวะ
But
เฮีย
that's
แม่
what
ง
I
เสี
said,
ย
DRX were getting so
โน
close
หนึ่ง
to those
แปซิฟิก
ultimates
ไปแล้ว
and decided to spend them all in
มันจะเอา
that
คืน
round. And it has knocked the economy for Paper X. It's an important, pivotal
มีอดีตโค้ชฟูล
economic
เซน
swing
ตำรา
round.
วาโลเจ้าชาย2คิว
But we saw Paper X being
Chaya.
excellent on the thrifties in map 1.
ฉายา
Cannot
ไอ้
count
เฮีย
them out.
โอ้
Even
ย
with the Stingers, the rifle will too. They will make plays. They will take risks.
สร้างสรรค์ดีกูชอบ
They'll win their aim
กูชอบ
duels.
กูชอบ
Especially when they have the Reckoning to work with and Jing
ช่วง
one
นี้
away
หน้า
from
ฝน
a
อาจจะเป็นหวัด
showstopper.
พี่บูม
Jing finds a kill.
เอ้ามาอีกแล้ว
โอ้
Then
ชิต
the ultimate
Hey,
situation.
you let
คำคมท้าย10ล้อเหรอเอามา
มีคนเล่นอีกแล้ว
DRX are holding a very
Maybe like-
strict, slow default to start this round. And now they've backed up.
ถ้ามีคนเล่นแล้วก็ปล่อยไป
It's because they're scared, but the more time they waste, the worse it's going to look. Haven't bled out the molly. Grouped up towards A. Here's the wall going up. Mindfreak is close. He actually needs somebody to spot this for him. There's a reckoning being held at his back. He hears the dog. There's a molly. There's the ult trying to.
อุ้ยเปลี่ยนอีกแล้วอุ้ยกล้าแฟดโคตรดี
Screen completely obscured.
อุ้ยสตันโคตรดีอุ้ยโคตรคม
The trade stacks is eventually brought down to his knees. Out to the open though. DRX might be able to salvage this as well. Zest.
กากาอู้โอ้แฟนทอมไอ้แย่แฟนทอมนะชัด
Pulling it out of nowhere. RB round the back.
เฮ้ยปืนที่อะไรอ่ะ
Can't take the fight to him.
We were being kind to CGRS in the first map because he's been put in such a difficult spot. But he's both warmed up and looks more comfortable here. The utility support for Mindfreak was beautiful in this spot. The Dizzy comes through, catches onto Buzz, then a wingman comes through there again, and it catches onto Mako to set him up just to anchor this spot. And then not only does Cigarettes provide value with his utility, he also picks off 2 with the Stinger towards the end. This is PRX playing with, 5 people having impact compared to having to
เอา
pop
เจ
into
สัน
the backpack.
เอาดีเอาดี
It's whimsy.
ทำเป็นเล่นนะทำเป็นเล่นนะเราอ่ะ
เอ้าไอ้เหี้ยสายเชียร์นี่
ทรงตะโกนนะเราอ่ะ
Guys, okay, let's just have fun with it.
ไอ้เหี้ยตัวเสียง
Bring
ดั
the
ง
active roster. We've only had 10 days of practice. Let's make the most of it.
เขาแข่งกันอยู่มาพิมพ์เรื่องตัวอะไรเนี่ย
It's crazy. I'm telling you. Every event there feels like a
เฮ้ย
team.
นิว
Let's
ไม่
just
เอา
have
น่ะ
guys, let's just have fun with it. They pop off. They do well.
มีคนรักมันต้องมีคนเกลียดเปล่าวะ
Here's an attempt from DRX.
น้องเอ้ยธรรมดา
Control. There's a pull. It's really mistimed a little bit. An attempt to reclaim
มีเก่งก็ต้องมีกาก
showers.
อุ้ยหลบหมดเลยครับเจสันไอเชียหลบทุกสกิลแล้วเจสันตายแล้วเหรอแล้วจริงอุ้ยยังไงดูดิดูบัตแพ็กดิ
It's an easy target. The rifles.
ไอ้เหี้ย
Sail them away too.
ทุกสกิลนี่แบบ
Hopefully Mako though still
ทุก
alive
สกิล
with
ของ
something
จริง
out
นี่
for
คือ
two. It's a high-low setup. I think times you said that one and it does shut it down. It's safe enough.
มันเก่งจังวะ
Little shake of the head there for Jing. I would have a heart attack coaching this team. I would have a heart attack being a fan of this team, Brent. The way that PRX played the anti-ecos has got me sweating. I mean, they are
เหี้ยเล่นเลสตั้งแต่เกมเปิด
Mindfreak just again isolated in showers. Really
Lane no
weird
name.
showers
Lane
hold.
name.
Jing just bouncing
ดูดิ
around.
ปุ๊บป๊อบปุ๊บป๊อบ
Like
ปุ๊บ
he's
ป๊อบ
getting opportunities
ปา
to
ระเบิด
be
ฟิ
สุดจ้า
มีไงมีเสียงต่อด้วยเป็นไงไอ้กล้าเล่นเสียงต่อกูด้วย
You love to see it. Now this horn. Do want to see where this one goes.
Ah,
It was being thrown before by Zest. Bit of a line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Into B long. Well, a fight gets taken by Jing alone.
สวยจริง
Util to set him up.
เอาไปก่อนหนึ่ง
Nice though. It combos with the snake bite from Mako.
หมับอ่ะ
So an actual good attempt here to take that B long control, which
And you-
DRX have already just vacuumed up the space.
Yeah, and you were talking about how important that area of the map is for PRX.
ถือเป็นเรื่องดีไหมเหรอต้องดูฟอร์มว่ะไอ้เหี้ยเขาอาจจะแซะก็ได้กูก็ไม่รู้
The
อ่ะ
amount of options PRX have.
มึงว่าสิ่งที่
They rotated.
กล้าท
Through the players now over
ำ
towards
มัน
B.
เป็นแพะไหมวะ
They're going to try and reclear this.
Yes.
But just
ฝรั่งเขาอาจจะแซะเราหรือเปล่า
There's no util. The trade time and the swing time and the Forsaken is so delayed.
นี่ไง
He's not there to set up for it.
ผมนะ
Buzz can just be cool, calm, and collected. He takes those fights, a bit of a timing. CGRS. When's this smoke gonna fade? Not spotted out by the dog.
ตัวเปลี่ยนเกมนี่แหละพี่
Once round
เหี้ย
over the side, a bit of spam as well. They
อุ้ยแล้วได้หนึ่ง
That was where was that from? All the way
ไป
back
แล้
into
วไม่ไป
spawn.
แล้วไอ้
The
เหี้ย
wallbang kill onto Buzz, and it's caused a full rotation. Backing away. They don't want to give away anything in a 2v4.
CGRS is one away from Thrash as well. I think that's why they were fighting so heavily over that B-long
30
ult orb.
seconds left.
But now, he's going to need to kill in order to get it online. Will he even have time in a clutch
ชนะ
situation?
ได้นะเนี่ย
มาถึงต้องจัดให้หนึ่ง
มีควัน3 เม็ด
The rest of the
อิ่ม
players' positions. DRX is actually quite nice.
ปั้นไหนวะพี่
Doubled up in lamps.
ปัญหาย
Late hold into showers, even
Up.
full.
เฮ้ยเอาเลี้ยวสวย
Star, you can see it sitting
Bye,
there
Loy.
on the spike.
เฮ้ย
Lovely
โป
job
สเตอร์มา
showcase.
พี่
ไอ้ฮันซัมแมนโอ้ยเบอร์สเตอร์ thank you นะโบ mention to me thank you
That's an unfortunate one. I mean, they still have money to be able to buy for next
Did
round
you
as
see my
well.
tour yes sir
Jing,
sure man
his cash might be strapped. Just a small amount, but
thank you
if
thank
save
you
a rifle,
Sing a
I
song,
actually think
thank
the
you
divers,
very much
CGRS
you
just
are good
running in and dying here.
good boy
Thrash online
you
for the
good
last
smile
round,
good
and
movement
you
good
actually
player
don't get
good
punished in the
talent
economy.
thank
พี่
you
ร้องเพลงให้เขาฟังหน่อย
Thank you.
ที่เขาร้องอ่ะ
So we might see another
I hope
big
you gonna win
clash
this
over an
tournament.
ult orb. We've
So,
seen
good luck.
PRX fight for B-long control a lot.
I love you I love you
Also on the bonus round,
ที่
when
เขา
they
ร้อง
made
ร้อง
that
ไง
play
ล่ะ
off the Thrash, we're fighting showers
Let's go,
to try
PRX.
and set up CGRS
Huh?
for the ult orb.
I learn from your best
Obviously,
boy
there's only 2 to play for on this map.
Thank you,
but
Papi.
The point being that they have at various times stacked over towards them just to be able to claim that reward.
you want my shampoo?
4 players ready to fight over it.
Selsan, you know?
And DRX also have 3 players. So this might end up just getting sorted instantly. Look at the snake bite though.
It's over the top. They just want to push right past it. Doesn't matter if there's a snake bite. Oh my god!
ไปเล็กสไตล์
Just run a move. It's a firing line.
I want.
Oh, that is disgusting. You walk into that one. You are not making out alive.
I follow
Not
your
even a single player
Instagram,
going
but
down. Listen, there was some damage done, but
I know after I follow
And that's the
you
spike.
did not pay
You
it.
saw the same high tide being thrown
Huh?
there from
It's
over.
over.
It's done.
เพย์อะไรวะ
we've got a
พี่
minute 10 to talk
เล่น
about
เล่น
whatever we
เล่น
want.
เล่นเล่นไอจีอ่ะ
pick a
กูก็ไม่รู้จะพูดอะไรไง
Greek mythology. You want to revisit that?
I'm afraid I'm not brushed up.
รัน
I mean, what on earth do
ก็
RB
ไม่
and
รู้
Marco
อ่ะ
do?
เพราะภาษาอังกฤษอ่ะ
You just
Yeah.
have to save. The
Fake
spike
account,
is
yeah,
really
fake
good,
account.
yeah.
They've got money though. That's the weird thing for the final round. But it's just over.
อ่ะมันเข้าใจไอ้เหี้ย
Oh
What
yeah
an
man
incredible play though.
มันเข้าใจ
PRX want the ult orb. So DRX are going over there to try and deny
ไม่ใช่
it.
fake ไม่เอา
And
มัน
PRX
ของมันแต่มัน
know
ไม่
that
ได้
DRX are
แล้
going
ว
to try and deny it. So they're like, okay, let's stack 4 people over there and run at them. I mean, I
มัน
love the
มัน
way
สัม
that
ภาษณ์ว่าอะไรวะ
กูไม่เข้าใจไงโอ้โห
and
ตอแหลไอ้สัตว์
stimmied up
เข้าใจไหม
all of destruction.
It's just prime paper rights. It really is.
Meanwhile, Devi has gone and collected the other ult orb.
ร้องเพลงโชว์ไอ้นิว
So
แชทบอกร้องเพลง
they
โชว์หน่อย
weren't
ดิพี่
required to use the thrash.
มันร้องเพลงอะไรนะไอ้โบ๊ทอ่ะ
Decision to run the replay
Don't
as well
pay
with like 30
Gene,
seconds left in the round. It's like we
ไม่จริง
we all know what's happening.
ร้องไงนะพี่ยุทธ
เอ้ยโบ๊ทไอ้เหี้ยดาวไวโคตรปั่นเลย
Scaring Forsaken. Oh, we gotta hear the comms after that. What? I want to know what Forsaken's reaction was like. Oh, why? He attempted to punish. Quick little reminder, Mako is still him.
สัมภาษณ์อย่างนั้นแหละพี่
God,
พี่ร้องเลย
this game's a delight.
What a difference
Now-
in the faces. I mean, DRX are not even that far behind in terms of rounds, but they're feeling the
ไม่สัม
stress.
ภาษณ์ดิ
Oh,
บูม
of
อะ
course they're feeling the stress.
อะไรนะ
I mean, this isn't their map pick, and like I said earlier,
มัน
it's all fun and games for PRX.
ต้อง
But
ไปดูช่องหลัก
DRX
ว่ะ
are kind of in a lose-lose
Yeah.
situation.
Put it
If they
in
win,
Jambu
people are just going to
Put
say,
it on
well,
there.
they wouldn't have won if something was here. And then if they lose, they're in a disastrous spot.
Last play. It's the last round for it. Fresh going forwards. Barreling into it. Right for short. There's a rocket exchange as well in the races. Don't know what's going on.
7-5 นะ
No, Jinx still
ห
alive.
รือ8-4
Brings down the adversary. Seekers as well, just pushing them back, but they have lost that shower's control. Can Zest do anything with it?
ตอนยังเป็นพักได้ไหมนี่ไงกูร้องให้โบ๊ทฟังอะ
CGRS, there wasn't somebody watching
Wait,
it.
no.
There was RB for just a moment. There's a real chance for some time to be
Jambu,
taken. That was right.
สวยจริง
There was no
เหี้ย
cross,
พลิก
so he
หมด
set it
ไม่
up
สนลูก
back
ใคร
as well. Scatters
เอ้ยแม่ง
across.
พลิกอีก
Jing,
เป็นไร
don't
วะ
hear any sound cues.
มันนัก
Just
เลง
trying
ดี
to
ว่ะ
buy time as well. Create and hold the space. Zest out in the open. It's got to be called.
เอารีโหลด
Jing.
รีโหลดเหรอรีโหลดเหรอแล้วแม่งพลิกอีกแน่พลิก
Mako seeks
แม่ง
to
พลิก
win
หมด
this
ไอ้
fight,
เหี้ย
but
จริง
close to the side,
โคตร
but
เก่ง
yeah,
Đuổi.
PRX just unrelenting, not willing to give up a semblance of map control towards showers. PRX, they
ไอ้
put together
probably เหรอ
some sort of a comeback, you know.
Probably.
There was a semblance to it on the first fight. Couldn't quite
Probably
close it
ว่ะ
out, bringing all the way into OT, but right now the way PRX
นี่
are
มึง
playing,
เกลียด
it
ที่
just
ผม
feels
ไม่
like
ได้
they
วะ
are improvising,
Good
throwing
man.
out plays, whatever the team wants to do, making
You
it
like
all
my
there.
English?
It's all there
เนี่ย
for
มันขำมันข
once more manifest. They are straight through into
ป๊อ
B-Lock.
ปลับลี่
ำท็อปลับ
Together
ลี่
as well. An A towards the side, onto the one angle, volley on top of it. It's all coming together. And where's the defensive utility? Anything to slow them down? Mako in tube. They don't have control of elbow. Satchel's pushing it back and away. Okay, and a call is made.
อุ้ย
Try and flood into
ชาว
this.
โชว์
Smokes. It's successful.
เจ้าเจ้าเจ้าเจ้า
DRX needed that
โดน
one
ฉาวโชว์
ไอ้
absolutely
เหี้ย2-0 ว่ะ
imperative pistol in order to avoid a disaster of slipping down to the lower bracket. And what a crossfire they had between those two initiators. Stacks playing an elbow and Zest slipping into the site here.
When I was young บอก
Usually they're going to have...
Yes When I was young อ่ะ
You see the rifle rounds, Jing's going to be double blast packing in.
Yeah.
Those kind of crossfires. But on a pistol round, they're not going for
ภาษา
that.
อังกฤษกูก็มานะ
Much more of a slow
ธรรมดา
approach into
ไอ้
the
เหี้ย
site.
เห็นกูพับบับลี่หน่อยไอ้เหี้ยทำ ไอ้อันนี้ชอบไหมอย่างนี้อย่างนี้ได้ไหม
ได้
Meeting
ได้
a
เล่นเนี่ย
boatload of players though.
พับบับ
Back
ลี่
out of there. You get your two, and they're like, we don't even want to cross with them at all in terms of They're putting up.
ผมชอบ
ไอ้ boss enough I'm serious now
Give up and concede
No
that
more
space
pop
into
bubbly,
Shao, so
okay?
into a forward position, but
No
still with
joke.
weapons, they should be okay. There you go.
Looks clean, in fact.
โอ้ย
Yeah. Spam through the wall, left it up to just Forsaken and Divide, and didn't really feel like
Okay.
they're gonna be too much done. Happy to take the fight with Buzz. Yeah, looking like all 5 players surviving from DRX.
เอาเลี้ยว
So it will be flawless. Unless Divide can do a bit of damage. Ping onto the Ghost. Flash misses. There's one. Okay. Buzz taken out. Is that a Bulldog?
โชว์เสื้อ
Which won't matter.
อย่าเพิ่งโชว์น้อง
Stacks is able to
อาการไม่ค่อยดี
Well.
But if the Vi can do more damage, that would be huge.
He's just going to save the Bulldog.
Well,
No.
no, he's not. And Stacks is making a beeline for it too. RB throws him his.
And
there
oh,
it
he
is.
was trying to throw it over the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, they got it there at the end though. So this is going to be a bonus round with some serious sting to it. DRX have got a chance of getting
เชี่ยจริง
rounds essentially level here.
ยิงกลับมาแล้วว่ะ
Pull this one off. Keep an eye on how Forsaken uses his utility on the attack side. It's so different to all the other harbors. The high tides
เจสันไม่ค่อยมาว่ะตัวเนี้ยตัวนี้เจสันไม่ได้เล่นว่ะ
through choke points. It's very unique.
Essential beginning. Bonus round conversion for DRX would put him in contention once more.
Yep. I mean, this is a weird high tide.
ว่าแต่มันแปลว่าเฮียอะไรวะ pop
Rips its way
bubbly อ่ะ
through. It grants them a bit of a pocket to play through, doesn't it?
พอบับลี่
Okay,
ไง
here's the
แบบ
mosh pit.
วีวี
น่าจะบ้า
Top. That's into triple, Dizzy, and an aid.
อาจจะ
Quite used, just on the default box angle.
อาจจะบ้า
Showers control as well. They've taken up pretty much all of this one. Now Wingman going for the plant. Fast flank through now. Prowler and a Trailblazer used at the same time, and Mindfree just doesn't have the bullets to spare, really.
โอ้ยกล้าช้า
Corner CGRS can't see a thing, and crosser placement's just not good.
แต่เร็ว
Bit of a wrap
ไม่เหมือน
around.
ลุงแถวบ้าน
Gonna miss this
ทั้งช้า
timing.
ทั้งเร็ว
Takes a
มับ
fight to them.
อู้
Oh my. Collapse. Straight on the shot.
เฮีย
Marco
ร
and
ถตึง
RB. What can they get done now?
อับดับดี้
Noise cues
Up
cut away.
lovely.
Right still. Remaining sharp, in control as well of Lamps, making sure nobody can walk past any of those high tides. So there is no conversion of the bonus round. A decent try by DRX, but
ไอ้แค่มึงไม่ไปเจอมันที่โตเกียวอะที่มึงบอกว่าจะไปเจอมัน
ไม่มี
Sick
มัน
round
นี่
for PRX, though. Really is. They segment off the site into little chunks with their high tide and their
เอา
brimstone.
มันนี่ที่ใน
And then they
ป้าย
can combo the flashes to be able to get through. Then in the post plant, Jing does such an excellent job there of being able to hold his ground in pocket, slow people down so that Forsaken gets the backstab. It's really tough to deal with what PRX does on the A side of the map. Their B hits tend to be a little more standard, but A
รอเฮียเลยนะถวายตัวเลยอะ
it's all 5 players grouped up into
ฝากตัว
Sam.
รับใช้นายเนี่ย
Horn destroyed. There was a timing there. That's Espen
Makat!
being punished. Trailblazer. That stun connects. Forsaken's already in. Nade at his feet. Mosh pit over the top. It's a full util
ไอ้เหี้ย
dump.
มันมี
The
ตัวตนอยู่ปะวะ
execute. The mosh pit lands the kill.
โอ้ย
Great transfer from Buzz. Almost landed the third. That is absurd.
อุ้ยเรารู้ไหมเนี่ยว่าไอ้เฮียนี่อยู่เนี่ย
Yeah, even.
มันรู้ป่าวะ
3 versus
It's
3.
it.
Spike's trying to get planted. Snake bite.
รู้นี่
Bounds.
รู้ป่าวะรู้หน่อยเถอะรู้หน่อยเพื่อน
They're in the close corners here through the smoke. A lovely movement from Arby. Enough to jiggle as well. It makes it a favourable fight for him.
แล้วเหลือไว
It's down to Divide. Flash. 12 seconds. Does he even have to really play for this one? They know exactly where he is.
เฮียแบบ3อ่ะ
Onto the corner.
So many moments like that in this game.
Yep, there's one.
Map
5
3
seconds till the
เข้าทาง
flash
กล้าดิ
comes through. Ping on 2.
ขวาหน่อยขวาหน่อย
Already onto the
ว้า
spot. Through. Arby just sticking it. And yeah,
Âu,
just
phẹt
couldn't
mấy đồn.
land the shots. Thought he was off. One of the fuses coming through. Thought he put in enough damage, but was just not quite landing him.
I think probably bad
วันนี้
comms
ไม่มี
there
กิ่ง
too.
เหรอพี่
The plant was tucked into a corner. There wasn't really possibility that the player could have been on the left-hand side of the spike, and yet, yeah, not really communicated to him in that situation.
กลับไปเรียกแบบเดิมไม่ได้แล้วนะ
And I kind of liked
putting
it.
it in
I
there.
said that their B hits were fairly standard. This one was weird.
I did think you were about to set up a cast the curse. As soon as I saw them grooving up,
แบบเดิมมันเรียกว่าอะไรนะกูลืม
I mean, it was an odd pop.
it was.
Oh,
yeah.
it
And
was
what I meant
put,
was that
put.
Jing tends to double blast back through.
Yeah,
The rest of them
Lovely.
follow out, but
More
yeah,
standardized, but that was
Lovely.
just.
the high tide makes that one
Lovely.
really odd.
เร็วๆอ่ะ
ปั๊บไปเลย
It is an attempt
พอ
to
บับ
clear
ลี่
out
ถูก
more
แล้ว
showers.
ปั๊บไปเลยดิ
เฮ้ย
Buzz is one away from the ult.
บวบนั่นแหละเรื่องนั้นแหละ
Doesn't go for the orb though.
พอรวบคำก็บวบ
Bit strange, but he just wants to get back to short.
บวบปะนิว
Have they got a season 8 combo or something? Zest is definitely holding utility. Could be a prowler.
เลียวเอกอิงเอ้าใช่เหรอเลียวมึงเอกอิงเหรอ
ใช่พี่
จะบอกว่าภาษาอังกฤษมึงโฟเหรอ
Here we go.
เอาซะหน่อยดิอ่ะ
เอามาไหนดูโชว์ที่มึงเรียนมาหน่อยดิ
สักพักยืนประโยคปะ
Hello.
Thank you
This time, Charles control is maintained.
I'm
I'll be
thank
back
you.
all at the back of the side,
สวย
but
วะ
two players
มาแล้ว
to hold this ground.
เรียนตั้งแต่เกิด
DRX
มั้ง
right
น่ะ
now. It's on to Buzz.
สมแล้ว
And
ที่จบเอง
Zest, Forsaken, eager to take the fight.
โอ้ย
Satchel, yeah, that's Buzz. Set up nicely for it.
เดี๋ยวดีๆนี่อย่าเล่นน้ำลายดิโชว์ของไม่หน่อย
ขอลองฟังสำเนียงหน่อยดิ
ไอ้พวกช่องแชทมันได้หุบปากแบบ
เอ้ยมึงด่าช่องแชทดิเอาขอสำเนียงภาษาที่มึงเรียนมาดิ
Close to the corner, flash and a seize, and the snake bite. It's all combo
ไอ้
together.
เหี้ยโคตรรั่วเลยว่ะ
Okay, showstopper, maybe a little bit overkill. Potentially the kill was already theirs, but it's brought an ult.
เอาตัวบัง
Up close into the face.
โอ้จริงแบกไม่ไหว
So damn close with the timing, but it is DRX winning that round.
แค่นั้นแหละ
เจนพี่
ยังไม่จบเลยอย่าเพิ่งนับตก
Just about holding on in these kind of situations.
Ui.
Only just. The crucial element to me is the fact that they managed to maintain Showers control. The high tide that Forsaken throws kind of segments off Triple and Showers so that they don't have to worry about that. They can take lands, they can take backside, and then they return back to Showers later on. But Buzz being able to find that kill means that they never have to worry about the backstab. And that post-up position is
มา
denied.
ดิรอก่อน ดูแข่งก่อน
They haven't really been missing it that
ตั้
much
งแต่
today,
เมื่
to
อ
be
วานแล้วนะ
honest.
ยุทธ
Missing paper leg something.
How the series plays
เมื่อวาน
out.
ทำไมวะ
วันนี้ครับน้องพับหอมมาก
So
ครับ
now once more, it's DRX who are mounting that comeback this time. Similar scenes.
ไม่ใช่แล้วกูก็พูดถูกด้วยเมื่อวาน
It's going to land on the backside of
Wow.
long. Where's it going? Over the
แข่ง
side,
ดีจริ
Trailblazer.
งไง
There's the Seekers. It's a pull into the mosh, but it's all a little bit mistimed. Enough of the defensive utility of DRX that it does save them back.
ไม่เกี่ยวกับเก
Save
ม
them
เหรอ
away.
10 คน
And
Yo,
just a
พี่
little
อยู่คน
set
เดียวเหรอ
play
พี่
potentially for a pick.
เอา
so that they can commit
พอ
afterwards.
บับลี่ว่ะ
Still a
เอา
thresh to work with
เอา
here.
เอาเอา
They're
เดี๋ยว
hoping that they can barrel over somebody from DRX that's pushed
ไง
through Showers or
หลัก
short.
พี่จะตาย
สวยน้อง
Satchel
อู้
into the face.
เกือบ
It's
ไอ้เหี้ย
traded.
Good
เอ้ย
trade.
With those
ถ้าแม่ง
guys.
ได้แบบไม่เสียตัวนะแม่งสวยเลย
Long control is being held this
เฮ้ย
entire time
ชิบ
by
หายแล้ว
Device.
เช็ค
Still,
หน่อยละเอียดหน่อยขอละเอียดหน่อยของานเนี้ยบหน่อยชนะได้
idea of where players are onto the site.
สวย
Device making noise, which makes them think they've gone B, but actually
อุ๊ยเข้า
Forsaken
ได้
stayed
ฟรี
to get a
นะ
rifle, and now he's calling
กล้าปล่อยวิงแมนไปวางอ่ะหลอมเลย
layers on layers,
Lom,
running
lom.
rings around DRX.
Is struggling
Oi!
to keep up here.
Oi!
Man,
โอ้ย
send them charging in, going for the plant.
เมียนติ
That's
เมียน
gonna
ติ
be
30 seconds left.
Finally getting
อุ๊ย
themselves
รัส
into
เซีย
this
ก็มา
post-plant situation.
ภาษาอะไรนะ
Devi is miles away currently, but DRX are not starting this quickly, waiting for the high tide to fall perhaps.
เมียนติครับ
Play aggressively with the thresh. I mean, they still. DRX playing into Showers. He has the ult.
ไอ้
but
เหี้ยแล้วมันแม่นจังอะ
Forsaken falling. They might
ส
not
วน
want
เม็ด
to
เดียว
actually
เลย
use this one. No, he still
มีติ
does.
มีติ
Being used close to detain. Up
โดน
in
ปะ
the air. Didn't actually catch
Damn.
Stacks. Oh, he covers his teammates back.
ไอ้เหี้ยเพื่อนมันช่วยดิ
Can't get the weapon out. Bit of a tap
Hey!
onto it.
Ooh, wee!
Is that and a flick to the side? Zest lovely once more with the movement. Shots need to be fired off, and with the sheriff in his
เก็บ
hands,
อะไรวะน่ะ
doesn't have the gun for the job. Not to push
TNT.
like that.
ไม่
stick. Onto
Oi.
the fuse, 9-9 being that scoreline in terms of the rounds. DRX have really dragged this one
Right.
all the way.
เฮ้ย
เครื่องติด
Feels
ช้า
very
อะ
similar
ไร
to that
หัว
one.
ตลก
The
เหรอ
sides obviously
Yeah.
swapped around, but
ตึง
DRX
จัง
have
นะ
wanted to come back
ไม่ต
here,
ลกนะ
and PRX are struggling to get anything. Now it was
เจ
about
สัน
at
ยิงหน่อ
this
ยน้อง
point
ยิงแล้ว
on
ครับยิง
split
ไม่โดน
where we saw PRX have an adjustment that allowed them to pull out a couple of their own and get across the line.
อะไรวะ
But at this point, despite the fact that PRX are getting aggressive, putting pressure on DRX, getting plants down even, they're not
พูดไม่
actually
สตรีม
being
แล้ว
able to
ไม่สตรีมเลย
get aggressive in post-plant spots like I'm used to seeing. If you think back to Split, they would get the plant down and then they'd all be fighting A heaven, for
Hey,
example.
Niwa,
Or
let's talk about-
someone's making a push, someone's making a play to
Oh,
stop
Niwa.
DRX from having these nice set
ไอ้ดิวน่าจะ
retakes.
ชาติหน้า
And I haven't
Oh,
noticed
what
that
the-
too much here.
ไม่
I
รู้
think, if anything,
Okay.
more aggression might be the name of the game instead of dropping back and playing post-plant.
Part of the
Good
problem
garbage
they might be
down.
running into as
Tea
well is that they are
Pachao
committing a ton of util with the first layer, first wave, just trying to push back and take the site.
Yeah.
I don't think
ขอบ
they've really got
คุณ
anything in the
คำ
tank
สรร
to
เสริญ
try
เยิน
and
ยอ
Yeah, it's,
take space further because they are using everything when they're going for these XX.
yeah, it's a really great point. I mean, DRX are just allowing them to util dump on the side.
ถ้าไม่ได้เหล่านี้
Don't get caught in those
เจอกัน
situations.
แมป3ไม่แมป3ไม่มีปัญหา เพราะถ้า กล้ามาแทนตำแหน่งซัมติงก็คือเล่นบีทชิวๆครับพี่ว่ามันอาจจะชิวเลยลงล็อกมากแบบ3อะแฟกเจอร์อะ
ตรงล็อกDRX เลยดังแก๊ก
เข้าคอล่อเต็มแข้งแน่
Pretty quickly now as we are jumping back into the
เฮ้ย
action.
อะไรนะพี่ซัมติงไปไหนนะ
Point, seconds to spare. There we go.
วีซ่าไม่ผ่าน
On top of truck, Buzz going to be holding close to the corner. Heavy group up into short from PRX. Might want to play with a bit of aggression. Here's an orbital strike as well at play. Trailblazer, Cascade. High tide rips through. Tons of util being used in conjunction. There's a
อุ้ย
dizzy in
กล้า
the hill.
บ้าไปน้องเฮียโดดมาเอาระวังระเบิดครับ
Paid for it with his
กัก
life.
กักกักกักกักกักกักกักกักกักกักกัก
But it's as well as a hard target
Điểm
to
mình
hit,
đưa.
and now the showers look all the way through into the back. Zest was aware of it, but
Ui,
already in
Chinh.
the back of the site. There's that
Chinh áo
aggressive
dẻo.
play. Giving up control of showers, and they'd rebounding to the side.
อุ้ยจริงดูดิปาระเบิดดักไอ้เหี้ยแต่จริงๆปาเฟลแต่กลายเป็นดีคนเก่งมันอย่างนี้แหละมีอะไรรองรับเสมอ
เปเปอร์เล็กมันเล่นแบบช็อตเดียวตลอดเลยว่ะ
Awesome adjustment by PRX.
ยิ้ม
You know, they don't use as much utility to be able to get into the site to start with.
You
which
are
is what you were
chicken.
mentioning, but the piece that they do use, the dizzy.
Wingman yeah you know my Wingman sound บ่
He jumps through exactly as the dizzy is landing. And then Jing plays aggressive and they have a double late reflag through showers. So even after the first player dies, Davai is there to be able to mop it up.
มันรู้
Cool
เนี่ย
adjustment, excellent entry, and you can
บอก
tell
ว่า
this
กูทำ
guy's
เหมื
a
อน
gecko one trick. I mean that in the best way possible. I mean his utilization and timing of his
Cuddle.
utility are really good.
หนักหมายอะเรียวช่วยพี่ด้วยเนาะ
Flash there.
เรียวเอง
กอด
กอดอ๋อ
There's players out here. You're gonna just
You want
push
free
right through
hack?
the smoke. Nothing to set this one up.
yeah
Wow. That is a bold read from DRX, and there was nobody there. I don't know what that's based off. Maybe
Because
the fact
I'm
that
so
Forsaken was
cute.
throwing utility over towards B.
โอ้ย
Maybe the
จะ
fact
อ้ว
that
ก
there
พี่
was
อย่าทำเสียงแบบนี้เถอะ
you
ก็
know
มันคัดเดิลกูอะ
no cascade used at the beginning of the round, considering that's normally how they take showers.
PRX have been playing quite grouped up, so maybe just expected to catch a late load player, but well,
เสียง่าย
actually salvaging it. I mean, this was a half by round, remember, and the rifle was salvaged by Buzz after it fell on the opposite ends of showers. He didn't let that one fall into enemy
ๆไอ้
hands.
เหี้ยคัดเดิลแรกที่กูนึกถึงคืออะไรวะเทียนว่างงเหี้ยอะไรเทียนวะ
เดินไปนั่งเทียนซะแล้ว ไอ้เฮียรู้จักกันแป๊บเดียวเอาแล้ว
ไอ้ล็อตอินเทอร์เน็ต
Smokes dropped
Oi.
down, coming up a decent
So
portion
sad,
of it. There's
Babo.
Dizzy, RB close though. And
Fight,
he gains
G.
as well, an upgrade for himself. Picks up the rifle. Here's the wingman.
Nice.
He's sort of
What
covering
about
fire.
one?
That's going to be
How
denied
many
surely.
Yindi
No,
Food
still
bao mà
planted. No, brought down.
อ๋อ
Spike dropped down. No fight taken here with the Sanchos. Right into the smoke with the shorty. And the sheriff.
โอ้ทีมสตีล
Far end off.
เย้
กับ3ภาพนี้
15 seconds left.
เอ
CGRS.
อ
They know where he is. Stunned up. They're going to be hunting him down, making sure that he can't get
Mày
away
khao.
with.
ทำยังไงดีหนอ
This round has just saved DRX on this map potentially. This is going to draw things level
Good
at 10
game,
to 10
eh,
and
no,
50 that they've pulled out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that they lost a player right at the start of the
DRX
round.
นะ
They were so
Yeah.
confident in this
Không
read
làm
that
được
it was
mặt
going to
nào.
end A. They saw Forsaken throwing high tides and cascades
bị
and all
can
sorts of
bang
stuff
á.
on the other side of the map and just did not buy it. 3 players stacked over here, focused on
ไอ้
short.
โบ๊ทยูไลท์เจ
Getting
แป
no
น
punish,
ฟู้ด
and then Forsaken's throwing
Sushi,
wiggly
sushi.
balls all over the place towards short, completely alone. Again, the way that PRX plays anti-ecos
ไอ้หลังมันกินซูชิเป็นป่าวะ
fundamentally too risky.
ไปไม่เป็นอ่ะ
It's fun.
It's definitely
Fun
fun.
to watch.
Yeah, unless you're a PRX fan or Coach Alex.
เอา
I imagine.
It's just going to be causing stress.
เซฟอ่ะมึงต้องการอะไรทองที่ผมนี่ผมหรืองอกครับต้องการอะไร
Jumps out towards short, so
เท
Prowess
ชา
as well.
ด
Chasing them all the way
ไอ้
into
เฮียแล้วพิมพ์มา
market.
ไอ้เหี้ยเทชาดเซฟ
By DRX here.
สวยมากเซฟ
Jing's-
Save
Jing's got
it,
a judge. If he decides to go for a double blast,
หล่อ
right foot,
มาก
through hookah.
Got the satchels for
พิ
it.
มพ์กะเอาให้อ่านได้
ๆกะไปอ่านกูหน่อยเธอฮาแน่
There's a flash into the corner. Hands over the rifle. Here's the ult. Online
Đây là
rocket.
dòm, hấp dẫn
Right into
dòm,
tube.
hấp
Nobody's
dẫn.
going to be there to receive it.
ฮาชา
อย่างนั้นแหละครับ
This is absolutely gorgeous. And CGS gets off of it. Plan going off still. Finds the kill in a trade in the middle of nowhere. The fast reactions.
เฮียแล้ว10 แล้ว
Nades rebounding.
อุ้ยกล้า
Into the fight.
Tóm chụp.
And forces him into a 1v1. He will go down post-mortem at that.
How do you expect
Ôm
Dubai to be
áo.
in this spot? There's just no
เอาไป
way.
Wraps all the way.
พิก
You think he's long around
พิก
them?
ดิแม่เย็ด
Waiting to hear a
Big!
sound for the drop.
Woo!
That's when he strikes.
สวย
The difference that CGRS has made from map 1 to map 2 is fabulous. I know that this is still a really close map, but it's just been night and day. Getting him on the gecko on maps that make sense might be a major win condition for
แกง
PRX.
แกงไง
I mean, look how much more confident he looks. That pick, delightful. This punish on Mako, who made a phenomenal play.
สวยเว้ยสวยเฮียเลยไอ้สัตว์แมน
Grabbing a third of
Yeah,
the
on.
points while he's under pressure from the
สวยเว้ย
nade. He's just won them the round.
สวย
ตอนแรกก็ไว้ชีวิตเหรอ
สวย
So well played to
Sân
help
ngược.
Multivide.
ปล่อยให้ยิงหมอมันจะไม่แบน
สวย
DRX
สวยเว้ย
With their own spin on things, it's a showstopper straight down short. They cleared all the way out through A, and a reaction from PRX.
เซรามา
Still
เล่น
they
แบ
have
บว่า
to use
เฮ้ยอะไร
through the TP.
วันเทค
No
ยิงเข้าไป
damage done. They're already into the site. Seekers and a Thresh all used together. One after another. Even the wingman as well should be able to get that plant down.
Ui.
อะไรอ่ะ
For it, still watching onto the flank.
เฮ้ยแล้วไม่วางตรงเนี้ย
Still onto Zest, but will he
อ๋อ
expect the
UCT
second player that's late lurking
เฮ้ยยึดไม่ได้นะ
Buzz,
เฮ้ย
elbow
อุ๊ย
control. This is the
พยายามไม่ได้แต่ไอ้ทราย
They love to change up their positioning. It's aggressive, riding towards the back. Not letting DRX set themselves up nicely. Even with the Thresh picked up as well, that's going to be pushed all the
ไอ้
way
เฮีย
deep into the
นี่คืออะไร
spawn.
ไอ้เฮีย
ก็
Nowhere safe to stand.
This has got to be a save, and it's going to allow PRX to get up to match point here.
เฮียชนะว่ะ
Using a substitute, playing against their rivals, who they've had the better end of in the last couple of matches. Doesn't matter which roster
Shit,
DRX
Paper Leg
have
ว่ะ
used, Foxy 9, Zest. Either way, they have fallen recently.
ไอ้เหี้ย2-0หรอ
Historically, DRX has been the best team.
เฮียแม่งตกเป็นขี้
By usually a long shot.
อยากดู
They've
แมตช์
taken
3
on
ว่ะ
challenges like PRX and turned them into mincemeat with their more disciplined style. But something recently has just changed. And even without something, it's changed.
You got to stop, man. These players are going to change their
Map
roles
3
and put in a formal complaint.
กำไรคนดูเหรอเออ
No one wasn't even
ไอ้
deliberate.
เฮียกล้าได้ลงเยอะๆไง
But what
ไม่
a
รู้แมปหน้า
save
ได้เล่นมั้ยน่ะ
for PRX.
It's huge.
And what a
Match-
disaster for
match
DRX.
nah.
Like I said earlier, if you can't beat them with CGRS in the roster, when are you going to get your wins?
When are you going to get your wins?
ยุดมึงอยู่ใกล้ๆ กูจะโบก
One
ให้
more round.
Yeah.
That's all it'll take for
Oh.
PRX. And then, I mean, 5 players. They grouped up
เฮี
once
ย
more.
เทียบบ้านป่าเมืองเถื่อนที่ผ่าน
Go
เนี่ย
Blazer. High
ใช้
tide.
แต่กำลังไงครับ
Plays it through. It's an interesting.
ไอ้สักแกอยู่บู
All the way.
ตายจริงตายโดนพิษตาย โอเครอด
Plant will go down
Oi!
here. Lost
Oi!
control towards the
Ui!
back because Jing's already there. The counter spam.
ไม่ได้ยินเหรอ
And he was on that angle, so they do trade it out, even though
Man
they couldn't
Yong
see
เข้ามา
where he was. Molly.
เสียง
Towards
มัน
their
หลุด
feet.
ด้วย
Nobody
พี่เมื่อกี้มัน
ไม่หลุด
towards the back of the side, but DRX
มันหลุด
need
ก็
to
ได้
salvage it.
เออ
They need
นั่นจริงไม่ใช่มึง
all the way back in. Deep smoke.
Ui,
Placed.
nó bị
Port
anti.
broken.
Xuôi
Pushing them
cả
off. Cosmic
nào.
Divide as well. They choose to play up close. This is
Wow,
PRX.
đồ
Making
đó.
an in the
Đồ
moment
gì
call.
đó.
It's agile. Spray trans are not connecting.
GG.
With the rifles.
GG.
Possessed.
อย่า
One man against the world. Let's keep his team in it.
ดับเบิลพิก โอ้กล้าว่ะเย็ดเค
Today, Josh.
กล้าชนะว่ะ
Ruled the day.
และกล้าตบอย่าเอ็กเลยเหรอกล้า
This team just playing some
Yeah.
gorgeous Valorant and bitter disappointment on the other side of things. Not even a
นี่
third
เอ็ก
map.
ซ์กระท่อนกระแท่น
อย่างนี้มีสัมภาษณ์นะ อุ้ยโดน